You are about to enter the Red and Rev Sports Show experience. Get ready for some real sports talk from some real sports fans who were real sports athletes who have sports knowledge.
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? It's your boy Red in the house. I'm back. I'm back from my 3 week hiatus. Glad to be back. Man, boy, still sports world just keep on ticking without you, boy. We still got a lot of topics to talk to. Don't just your TV set. My hair really is red. So just but anyway, you guys, man, we got a lot to talk about today, y'all. Man, college football playoffs kicking off as your boy get back. Man, we got Diego Pavia acting like a sore loser. The Knicks finally can raise a banner. Well, not raise a banner, but they can celebrate winning something after all these years. Oh man, we got injuries in the NFL. Oh man, we got We just got a lot to talk about. We got NFL news, NFL players, NBA, even a little baseball news we might sprinkle in there. But yeah, your boy's back. We got a full crew. Real, Coach, Red, episode 403. Let's get it started, y'all, because I have been waiting to talk some sports. It's been 3 long weeks. Let's go.
What's going on, everybody? This is the Sports Rep, as we are here with the Red and Rev Sports Show featuring Coach Patrick Thomas. Coach and Red are coming to you live from the ATL Charlotte. Ready to give you real sports talk because we are real sports fans who were once real sports athletes who have what, gentlemen? Real sports knowledge. So hang out with your boys, Red in Coatesville, PA, and Coach for episode 403 of the Red and Rev Sports Show. And as is our sports custom, we turn our numbers attention to our numerologists. On the panel, Coach Patrick Thomas, who's going to give us something or someone dealing with those 3 digits, 4, 0, and 3. What do you have first, Coach?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to this beautiful Saturday, 5 days before Christmas. The number 403, you don't have any football players winning, so I had to dig into the world of not college basketball, but regular basketball. And 403 comes from a guy that I know you all know, everybody knows it, because he has been anointed the greatest shooter of all time. And it's going to one Mr. Steph Curry because his actual right now 3-point percentage is 40.3. So that's our 403 for today. Steph Curry is shooting 40%, 40.3 from the field, from the 3-point line. So there you go. Number 403, Steph Curry.
403. Red, you are nodding your heads in agreement. So what you got to say about Coach's 403?
That was good. Usually he try to take like half of the 4, maybe 40, or then the other half 3. Nah, he just decided to use the entire number and use that as a reference. No, I'm not gonna chop it in half. I'm not gonna say, well, this guy won 4, or you know what I'm saying, he won number 4 and did something regarding 3, or he did something regarding 3 and won number 4. No, he just said no. Take the whole 403 and find something represent that. Just chopped it in half a little bit, put the little decimal point in there. 40.3, 3-point field goal percentage for your boy Steph Curry. I like it.
Now that's high praise from Red. Coach, he sometimes gives you a hard time, but I mean, he gave you a detailed analysis on what he liked about your 403. So, Coach, you were in the lab this week.
Every now and then you have to dig deep into your sensory apparatus and find something that appeals to the masses.
I got you with the sensory apparatus. All right, let's welcome Reverend Knight Nation to the show. This is the best nation for any sports group anywhere, and we want to see who's in the building. Winston Thornton, what's going up, man? We appreciate you hitting that, or hitting that smash, telling people to smash that like button. My bag. Y'all are share. We greatly appreciate you, bro. What's going on? Zamir Jones, thank you so much for tuning in. Kaylee Wright, thank you so much for tuning in. Ava Marie, thank you so much for tuning in. The VP is in the building, ready to slam a ho jolly old saint. Gavel down to begin another fire episode of the Red and Red Sports Show. Reverend Knight Nation, get your eggnog and buckle your seatbelts, and let's take the nation on a heck of a sleigh ride. Let's go. I see you, VP. You're excited. You're matching Red's excitement being back on the show today. I like it. The VP said, Coach, no old jokes right now. Nice take. Number 30 and 4 chips. Well done, Coach Willie Patrick Thomas.
Yeah, you had plenty of old jokes the other day.
Winston said Randall finally woke up on time for the show. Talk about he been working. Come on. You ain't got no job, Tommy. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. I've been away a little bit as well because I do have a job, despite what Winston wants to call me, despite him calling me Tommy from the sitcom Martin. But yeah, it's a busy time for me as it is for Red, and we're glad to have the whole crew, as Red said, back for episode 403 of the Red and Red Sports Show. And you know it must be good because not only do we have the VP in the building, but the president has just chimed in and said good morning, participating in the Porcupine Parachuting Parade in Pasadena, California. What's
Pasadena,
up?
my favorite part of town, baby. LA.
We greatly appreciate it. You might want to stay out there because the Rose Bowl will be coming your way sooner than later.
You in Pasadena in the right part of right time, Perez.
Wear your Kevlar prayers. I like that. All right, gentlemen. Obviously, there's a lot of excitement in the air. I dare not say that people might have had some extra spice in their eggnog this morning. That may be the reason for the excitement. Or they just might be excited because all of us are in the Red and Red Sports Show building. I'm going to go with the latter for right now. With that being said, let's go into how we start the show. You know how we do it. We start off with our dope, note, and coke moments for this sports week. Dope, what was our best moment? Note, what we're shaking our heads at? And coke, trying to wrestle with some things that might have gone on this particular week. So, Rem, since you've been away the longest, I'm going to start with you. And the coach said, the president said it's a prickly event. Oh, I have it. All right, Red, let's start with you, man. What are you doping on?
I am doping on one, fella, the arena. That's right. The new, well, it's not new, but it's the fairly new YouTube sports show starring Skip Bayless and the Gilbert Arenas. And now they just split it in half now. You know, they do Gilbert runs the football part of the show. Gilbert runs basketball part of the show. Skip runs football part of the show. I like the dynamic. I love seeing Skip Bayless back in the middle, early morning talking sports where he should be, especially with the crew that he's talking with now. I like Akib and Jerry McCoy and the coach, Gruden, Richie Inca. I just like their whole crew. Like I say, I'm glad to see Skip Bayless back on in the morning talking sports, debating where he should be. They even threw a shot on the show at Shannon the other day. They were talking about Shannon. You had Gerald McCoy saying, yeah, Shannon, take off your glasses, or some little references he was making. So obviously those boys have Skip back on the show. And like I say, Red is just glad to see Skip Bayless back talking sports in the morning where he should be without backstabbing haters like Shannon Sharp he got a team up with. So anyway, glad to have you back, Skip. Love the arena. Love tuning in. Gotta watch yesterday's show, but glad to have you back, dog. Dope, the arena on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. Coach, what are you doping on, sir?
Let's see. Well, I'm doping on one Olivia Miles, who seemed to have fit right in with her TCU girls, who is averaging a double-double right now and is picking up the pace. I'm waiting on the day that I don't know if they're going to play Notre Dame or not, but Olivia Miles is having a great year so far. She's listed among the ones who I've looked at for Player of the Year. So I'm going to give it to Olivia Miles for TCU.
Winning.
Let me dope on, and this might be a bad dope, knowing that I'm a Georgia Bulldog fan. I got a dope on the Alabama Crimson Tide for coming back last night from a 17-point deficit. I thought the handwriting was on the wall. I thought Caitlin DeBoer mailed it in after they were down 17. Zip. Matter of fact, I even posted that get the press conference ready for Michigan, getting their new head coach, Kalen DeBoer. But his team fought hard. Obviously, his team still believes in him, and he believes in his team. And they came back to beat Oklahoma in first round of the college football playoff. I know this is not going to be a great dope moment for Georgia Bulldog fans, because I know Georgia Bulldogs fans hate Alabama. I got to give props where props are due, despite my affiliation with the Georgia Bulldogs. So I'm doping with the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Excellent. Absolutely excellent.
I don't read. That ain't supposed to happen, but this is a sports show, and I got to call it the way I got to call it. All right? Coach, what are you noping on, sir?
I'm gonna be in the car with you now. I'm noping on Oklahoma, or like the president called them, Choklahoma. How they just gave away that game. You jump out 17-0. Excuse me, and even with too much air in it. Pardon fumbles the ball. Quarterback throws the interception. And everything just goes haywire. So Choklahoma, yeah, that pick six. So Choklahoma, you lost that game, so you get the note moment for the day. Sorry.
I'll spend a lot of moments hyping this team up, celebrating this team, but I got to call a spade a spade. I got a nope on my Kansas City Chiefs. They just couldn't get it done this year. They couldn't just turn on and off the light switch, and it caught up with them. The suspension of Rashee Rice at the beginning of the season caught up with them. The inconsistent play caught up with them, and just basically the deficiency of talent caught up with them. And we see in a very big way that so much weight being put on Patrick Mahomes backfired on him. And now not only is he out for the rest of this season, there's a good chance he'll be out for a good portion of next season. So it's a wake-up call for the Kansas City general manager to put a more complete roster. And I'll give you the rest of my take when it comes to my Coke moment in just a moment.
Goodbye to your notes and cover. So we just get the first half of it. This is the first half.
The first half. Red, what are you noping on, sir?
I'm noping on. I'm gonna keep it with last night, just different area of sports. I am noping on one Jake Paul for that travesty and ridiculous Netflix moment he gave us last night. I don't know, was that a boxing match or just Jake Paul and Anthony, whatever his name is, going in for a payday? Because number one, Jake Paul, as much as Mike Tyson didn't belong in the ring with you, you definitely didn't belong in the ring with my boy Anthony, man. I mean, that was one of the worst fighting performances, one of the worst fights I ever seen. Well, it ain't one of the worst. I mean, I don't see fights with both of the guys hugging each other all fight long. But you, Jake, obviously you didn't come to fight because you trying to hug all night long. Anthony wasn't. And when you finally start to fight, when you finally decided you wanted to fight, it was too late. Anthony had cleaned your clock. All you were doing was just trying to save face. But the fight was over. You suck. You can't fight. You don't belong in the boxing ring. And Anthony Charles, I think, pretty much exposed you to the whole world. Please, Netflix, don't get this guy no more specials, no more fights. Okay, I don't want to see this travesty again of the boxing world. I mean, even the announcers was laughing at how pathetic your performance was last night. So, Jake Paul, don't do that no more. Okay, Netflix, don't pay him no more. And please, the world, don't watch this no more. Okay, thank you.
My continuation, moving from nope to cope. I'm coping with the fact that Travis Kelce is debating if he'll play another season. There's no debate. As we say in scripture, Travis Kelce, you have fought, the good football fight. You have officially finished your football race. Now laying for you is a football crown stating the Hall of Fame. And that's what you need to be preparing for right now. Because if you come back, the Chiefs are going to be in the same offensive trouble that they're in now, because the team was built around having a talented 5-star tight end, dynamic tight end, where they could get away with having dynamic receivers. And since you're no longer the player that you once were, as you were an asset at one point in time for the Chiefs, now you're a liability. So do Chiefs Nation a favor. Please retire. Enjoy Taylor Swift. Enjoy doing the podcast with your brother who has shown you the template on how to do it. Just retire, please, so that the Chiefs can start the next chapter while Patrick Mahomes still is in his prime. Please and thank you. All right. Red, what are you coping with?
What am I coping with? Well, not me, but CP3 needs to cope with that. Dude, you just not alike. You just not liked like you think you are. You just not a like player, man. I hate to have to tell you this, but word coming out this week that CP3, for God knows what reason, throwing Halloween parties, inviting teammates. Nobody's showing up. Nobody's showing up none of these events. Nobody on the Clippers like you, CP3. Nobody on most of your teams don't like you, man. Especially after being around you for a while. I mean, don't you get it, man? Do you not understand the writing is on the wall? Nobody likes you, CP3. Nobody likes your leadership style. Nobody likes your personality. Nobody likes you, period. What the world are you throwing parties for Clippers players, and nobody in the locker room is even talking to you? What are you throwing parties for, dude? Do you just not get it? Rev, it's like one of these guys we went to high school with that think they super popular, think they go around school thinking they the most popular person around, and at the end of the day, nobody likes them. CP3, get it through your thick skull. Nobody likes you, man. You're a great player. You're a great point guard. But at the end of the day, your leadership skills never led to any type of championship, okay? So please stop trying to fit in. Stop trying to ingratiate yourself to your new teammates, and most of them don't play with you anyway. They didn't like you then, they don't like you now, okay? You got Tyronn Lue not speaking to you. You got Jeff Gundy, Van Gundy calling you out. Get it through your thick head, CP3. It's not gonna happen. Just go ahead and retire. I think the Clippers disrespected you myself. That was a bad way to I don't know why they brought you back in the first place, but to send you away like that was wrong. But dude, it happened. You got to move on. You've had a great career. Prepare yourself to go into the Hall of Fame in the next few years and just move on with life, man. Stop trying to fit in with NBA players that don't like you. If it's a TV job on ESPN or some other network waiting, go ahead and do that. But time to move on, CP3. Oh, mercy.
CP3's in a quandary, trying to be the person that he's always been, not realizing he's no longer the player he used to be. So now people are not going to gravitate to the person because he's no longer the player. And I think that's what he's wrestling with. And it's a hard thing to have to come to grips with the fact that the people don't respect you as you thought they should respect you. And it is what it is. Coach, finish the segment up. What are you coping with? And then I guess he's coping with the fact that he has to cope. All right, we're going to go to Revenite Nation. And hopefully, Coach will join us in just a second. Revenite Nation is on and popping as they have expressed some dope, nope, and cope moments. Winston said he's doping with the Knicks' first champs. All right. They're not the champs of the NBA, but they are the tournament cup champs. So we will give them some props. It's interesting dialogue if they were going to put a banner or not up in Madison Square Garden. Right now, they're leaning towards not putting up a banner. The president said, dope on Anthony Joshua, told Jake Paul it's still Halloween, gave him a couple of jawbreakers. The old school candy for those folk who don't know the reference. I like it. Winston's noping on Jake Paul, think he can actually stand in front of a former heavyweight champion near his prime, twice broken jaw, double chin, like Precious now. Not the Precious reference. Oh, man.
Wow. That was, oh my God, he went back to Precious.
Yeah, he went to Precious. Big girl Precious. Lord.
Yeah, I remember.
The VP's doping on L. Duncan, moving on to Netflix after being a nice staple for women's basketball and on Sports Center. The mothership, ESPN. Good luck to you, ma'am. You will do well. And that's one of Georgia's own. L. Duncan. All right, let's move on. Alabama deserves no love, Rev. And that got to be coming from Dante Armstrong, the Auburn lover. That definitely has to be coming from him. I got you. The president's doping on my co-worker's daughter plays for the #1 ranked women's team, Kentucky, in volleyball, plays for the chip on tomorrow. That's dope. Big ups, big ups, big ups, big ups. As the VP would say, Coach, that hamster must be struggling today, bro.
Sleep.
It got to be sleep. You come in, hit it out. The VP's noping on the internet trying to compare and contrast the Brian Smith affair at Ohio University with the moron Sharon. I'm going to hurt myself with a butter knife more. Those two situations were not the same. Move on. Shame on both, though, for sure.
Oh, butter knife.
Winston says he's coping with his Ducks, Oregon Ducks, going to have to send my fellow Virginians, James Madison University, home tonight with custom Nike leather in their behinds after our game. All right, we know who you believe is going to win that game.
Upset special.
Jerome Case is in the building. He's doping on women's college volleyball tournament. Texas A&M is having an amazing run to the championship on December 21st. The competitiveness is on point. Now, are we just enjoying volleyball, or are some of us getting older and we like the eye candy that's coming with volleyball? I got to make that distinction. I got to throw that out there. But I have watched a little bit of volleyball, and the competition is amazing. And now I see why volleyball is becoming a national phenomenon with a lot of kids across the nation. They have some of the biggest volleyball tournaments across the nation in various cities. I remember when I was in Atlanta, they would have volleyball tournaments that would be part of all of the World Congress Centers, all phases of the World Congress Center. So volleyball is definitely a popular sport. The VP said he's coping as he was thinking about something as FIFA ad came through his Facebook feed. The North American continent will be on hosting duties for the 2026 World Cup. The U.S., Canada, and Mexico will be hosting matches throughout. Will the administration's policy cause a strain on attendance in the U.S. cities? New York City, Atlanta, Dallas, Houston, San Francisco, Miami, Boston, Philly, Seattle, and Los Angeles. Lord help us. World, we apologize in advance. So, VP, to your take, that is part of the reason, in my honest belief, why FIFA placated to the ego of the president by giving him this FIFA Peace Prize that has never been given before, because they knew he was upset that he wasn't considered to get a Nobel Peace Prize. I don't understand how he can even be considered to get a Nobel Peace Prize when he's raising all kind of hell and havoc in his own country. Nevertheless, Fever trying to stroke his oftentimes fragile ego and narcissism, that's part of the reason why they gave him the award that they did, so that he can back off once the games come to the United States of America. As you would say sometimes, Fever was playing chess rather than checkers. Horace, what's up, Hope? He says, what's up, fella? Doping on Stuart Scott 30 for 30. Reminder of how blessed we are to talk sports. Noping on rumors of Belichick spinning the black. Coping on Coach Raw, talking like he really did a good coaching job this season at his press conference. All smile, sit your AS squared or AZ squared down. Yeah, that was ridiculous, man, the way he was cheering and carrying on after the Falcons beat the Bucs last week on Thursday Night Football. You would thought this man was 9-4 rather than 4-9. You know, it's just absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely.
Loser, man. He's a loser. I keep telling you, every game we ain't doing nothing while he here. He's just a doggone loser.
Yeah.
I told you, Rev. I told you that Redskins game last year. I wanted them gone in, and ain't nothing changed. I'm just emotionless like you now, because I know we ain't doing nothing with his sorry self here. Long as
Yeah,
when
I was at the game you mentioned, I'm in Washington, D.C., and the way he screwed that game up and the way he didn't put Michael Penix in the best position to win that game, I was done with him at that very moment.
I mean, it don't got worse and worse. I don't know. I mean, I thought maybe he realized the errors of his ways. No, he ain't really. He doubles down on the errors of his ways till they just become complete idiotic notions now, man. It's not even important to pay the guy no attention. I don't know why the fans listen to him during the week on 92.9. Dog, just stop, just sit back like me and Rev and just become emotionless until he's gone, because it's just gonna drive you crazy. You're paying attention to him every week. He's not a winner, he's a loser. His attitude is a loser. I mean, he was exposed already when he pulled that I kill you crap. So you know, the Ike fire, Ike Hill, the whole drama. So, dude, I mean, you keep Zach around when you know Zach ain't helping your offense at all. You let Jimmy Lake stay on longer than he should have. I mean, the best thing you did was hire Jeff Ulbrich to fix your pass rush situation. And now, really, that's the only thing that needs to remain. That's the only thing the Falcons did right this year, fix the pass rush situation.
Yep. Good points. The president is doping on Elle Duncan becoming the face of Netflix. I remember her beginnings in Atlanta on local sports radio for sure. Jerome Case says he's noping on the out-of-control flopping of Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and the blind eye of the NBA. So that's Jerome's new target, tearing down SGA. I got you. Wisdom said first equals in-season tournament. Okay, I got you.
Oh, okay.
The VP said Jerome, the NBA will remain blind. That's the new norm. Either watch and accept it or tune in to the Mountain Women Bikini Championship of West Virginia. Dante said, what did he say? If I can put it up. Dante said, I can't read it. Come on. You are accurate, Rev, and red favorite Auburn fan. I got you. The president's coping. He said, my late grandmother has always said, never lay your head where you poop at. My. That's for sure. Dear college football coaches, you are in high-profile jobs, making millions of dollars, and the best y'all can do is college youngsters. Yeah, that's true. Even Craig Mack could pull down women with his lips. Oh, man, not the Craig Mack reference. It ain't your personality. Someone please tell Belichick to feed his companion a sandwich. That's going to be interesting to see how that ends. But I guess she's going to say, I'm going to stay in my lane and make sure he has me on his wheel when it's all said and done.
As long as he don't marry her, he good.
Yeah. Well, she's going to make sure she gets something out of it. The VP said double coat. The committee reportedly spiked the OU Gatorade with some Molly. Bama well done, signed Condoleezza Rice. Jerome K. Scopin said the transfer portal is chewing up the college football landscape. Time will tell. Yeah, they got to make some major changes. The VP said, I'm one of those old coots, Reverend Doctor. Collegiate volleyball is the Wula. Okay, I kind of figured it just wasn't about play. But I can tell legs, thighs, and pretty looks are drawing some ratings with volleyball. I got you. The VP said, great point, Reverend Dr. Fever, gave it to them. They're trying their best to keep this upcoming World Cup from being a disaster. Fever moving that rook into a position to checkmate the old stale king. Check. Yep. Jerome said, Rev, when I was in the Army, I used to play on my company volleyball team, and it was a super fun time, especially for basketball players who could dunk. Nothing like spiking on flat-footed pilgrims. I got you, man. Got a high out of spiking on the military volleyball team. I got you, bro. The press said, Bama just scored again. Brent Venables is a gas. Yeah, man. Jerome K said, Raheem is the real dream called Nightmare on Falcon Street. I'm going to say amen.
He is our pretty Cougar, man.
Amen to that. All right, we're going to see if Coach's connection is strong. Are you ready? Coach, you ready? All right. Here we go, man. Let's get into this college football. Since we last, well, I don't know. I knew I wasn't here. Red wasn't here. So let's talk about this real quickly, Red. Let's go back to when the selections were made for the college football. What were your initial thoughts, Red, when you heard about Notre Dame turning down a bowl bid because they were salty they weren't chosen to be in the college football playoff?
That's exactly what I thought. You used the correct term perfectly. Salty, salty, salty. Somebody should put some pepper in their Christmas stocking this year for being so bitter. I mean, Lord have mercy. I mean, look, Notre Dame, like everybody has stated, you have done this to yourself. This has been building up over a period of time. Your refusal to get in the conference because you love that NBC money so much. Well, hey, look, you pick your poison. You want the money or you want the prestige and the respect of being a champion. Sometimes you can't have it both now. I mean, how much money you gonna lose anyway if you get in the conference? Not like you're just gonna be in a poorhouse or something. Not like you ain't gonna get any money. I mean, you're top college football program. Cash will be coming your way, especially if you win it. But look, Notre Dame, they letting the greed take over from NBC. Okay, fine. You don't want to get in the conference? Well, you can't. Why? Well, when the college football have policies and rules they follow when it comes to conference winners and conference championships. You're not in the conference. You didn't play in the conference. You can't be a conference champion if you're not in a conference, Notre Dame. So if the conference champions get more leeway than just independent school like you, and hey, that's the risk you take when you keep your independence. Okay, so sorry, I mean, tell some of these folks like, I want to be independent. Well, you are independent. Now live with it. Live with what you got to do when you're independent, or live with the consequences of being independent. So sorry, Notre Dame, no sympathy. They've been warning you and telling you for years when they expand the playoffs that this might happen. You don't want to listen. Okay, so you being bitter and saying, I don't want to play in no bowl game because we so better and y'all doing this wrong. Well, who cares? You think we're going to miss you? The college football playoffs and the college football bowl season will carry on without you, okay? I don't think it's anybody in the sports world saying, oh, please, Notre Dame, can you please play a bowl game? Nobody cares. You ain't making us mad. You ain't hurting us. We don't care, Mr. Robinson, whatever your name is. I don't know why you doing this anyway. That the black coach, He need to be saying, "No, I'm trying to play in every game because I'm trying to make my resume look good." So you see, they don't pull his little silly butt and they little arrogance too. So hey, you gonna fall? I promise you, dude. The coach, you the one that's gonna fall on the sword when all this is said and done. Okay, when the disappointment comes in, it's gonna be you, Mr. Follower, Mr. Copycat, saying I ain't playing in the bowl game. You the one that's gonna fall on the sword. Okay, so personally, Rev, if I was the coach, I would have said, "No, let's play in the bowl game. Let's show these clowns what they missing. I'm trying to get as many games on my resume as possible." But I guess he don't see it that way. He thinks he's falling to under the Notre Dame spell like the rest of them. Like I say, I hope you keep that same energy when they fire you. But anyway, right now, I don't agree with it. I think Notre Dame is being very bitter, acting very lame, and acting very idiotic because folks warned them about this ahead of time, and they still decided to remain independent and not join the conference. After all these other teams were making moves, joining different conferences and whatnot, Notre Dame, you had your chance. You still declined it. So, hey, this is how the cookie crumbles. You have nobody to blame but yourself. You made your decision. Now live with it. But in the meantime, go Dogs.
I got you. The VP said this, not sure if being in a conference would have helped. Technically, they're an ACC school by proxy. They lost to a conference opponent. They screwed themselves. They have the Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, in their back pocket. They're good, signed the president of NBC.
Cash. They're good.
VP said, touchdown, Jesus just entered the chat. Forgive them, Father, for the committee knows not what they're doing. Red's words.
Thank you, VP.
Jerome
Exactly
said, Red, Notre Dame did play in the 2020 ACC Conference Championship. Notre Dame blames the ACC for excluding them this year.
Hey,
and we all know when college football set the parameters during the pandemic, that's why Notre Dame decided to be a part of the ACC that year, because they had to be in a conference in order to be able to qualify for the 2021 college football playoff. But I think it's now time to say, Notre Dame, you're not the highest commodity like you used to be in college football. Before ESPN became this sports conglomerate, before Fox Sports started showing college football across the nation and college football was more regionalized. Yeah, Notre Dame, you were that program. You were like the Atlanta Braves before ESPN. They were shown nationally. All right, so we get it. But those days are over. Everybody is national now. They're showing black college football nationally now. So that's not impressive anymore. And I think college football finally needs to put their foot down and say, Notre Dame, you need to comply with everyone, like everyone else, and get into a conference. And I think the college football sold their soul, given this memorandum of understanding by saying if Notre Dame is in the top 12, they get an automatic bid. And that's absolutely ridiculous because, again, you're going to mess around and penalize teams who make it to the conference championship who lose. So college football, you've already created a huge mess with not paying players well before the court system finally made y'all pay them. You screwed up with the transfer portal. College football is just a complete mess, and doing things like this is going to make teams even mad. And what's going to happen, some college athletic directors already said they're not going to schedule Notre Dame, so it's going to make their schedule be weak if they don't schedule them. So then Notre Dame is going to count, and then you got a constant battle going on with that. So college football has just made a huge mess with that foolishness, and it's going to be interesting to see how big the mess will wind up being. With that being said, we know The college football playoffs started off yesterday. We've already mentioned Alabama coming from behind to defeat Oklahoma 34-24. Oklahoma was up 17-0 at home. And that pretty fourth down play, which gave Alabama their first score. They didn't look back, scored 17 unanswered, and then they wind up pulling out the game victoriously. What would you say about the game in its entirety, Red?
Well, Rev, I'm not gonna lie. When I peeked at the game, I'm at work last night, and but it was a slow night, Friday night, so I knew I was gonna have a chance to look at the game, peek at the game, and it was a big night. Yet the sorry old Hawk coming on first, and they just, oh God, they just put a bad taste in your mouth already. So then once I realized the Hawks didn't come to play tonight, I cut them sorry jokers off, and let me see what the college football playoff talking about. And I saw 17-0 Oklahoma over Alabama, but it was still early. It was like second quarter. But I still was thinking like, oh man, I guess they didn't. Did they really make a mistake letting Alabama in? Because you knew that was gonna be the talk had Oklahoma finished the game out. They were gonna be like, Alabama shouldn't have made it. They should have put somebody else in there. And then I saw your post about the boy going to Michigan, what gave me a chuckle. I was like, oh boy, the boy probably finna leave and go to Michigan, which probably would have happened had he went in and lost. That probably would have been the main talk. But like you say, Rev, it's Alabama, and let them get one score turn into 2 scores and 3 scores, and next thing you know, you look back and you be like, where did the game go? And I know I was thinking about, you remember that Falcons game versus the 49ers a few years back when we had a 17-0 lead at home. And then we blew the NFC Championship game, another Matt Ryan masterpiece in the second half. Thanks, Matt. But anyway, Oklahoma was up 17-0. And I think Alabama, I think it was that fourth down play. Because I think had Alabama not gotten that fourth down play, I think it was 4th and 2, and they hit it, and I think it went for a touchdown. Or either they hit it and they went for a touchdown a couple of plays later. But anyway, it was that key fourth down play that Oklahoma, to me, gave up. Because had they stopped that, I think Oklahoma would have went down the field and scored, been up either 20-0 or 24-0. They probably would have went on it and finished the blowout. But like I say, it comes down to key moments in the game, and that fourth down was a key moment in the game. You allow Alabama to get on the board and score, and then soon after that, you got the punter, Lord, fumbling around with the ball. How many times you ever seen a punter drop a ball before he kicked? I see it, and I knew, Rev, when that happened, I said, okay, here comes the silly crap right here. They got a 17-0 lead. You just gave up a score. And now you finna kick the ball away, get them in deep field position, and here go the punter dropping the ball. You pick it up, and I knew when he picked it up, by the time you got ready to do it again, Alabama players were gonna be there. Okay, this is Alabama. You can't make these type of mistakes versus Alabama. So block punt. You give Alabama the ball in great field position. Blink your eye. It's 17-14. Or it was a 17-10. No, 17-10. All right, kick the field goal after the block punt. So you blink your eye. First it was 17-0. Blink your eye, 17-10. So now you can already see the momentum turning for Alabama. And then I think I went to do something else. Came back to the game, tied up, 17-17. And I guess I heard the announcer say it was a pick 6. And I saw the highlight of it. Good Lord, boy. I don't know if it was Jake Mateer or whatever, Oklahoma Jacob Mateer, or was that Matt Hasselbeck throwing a pick 6? You remember the way Matt Hasselbeck threw those pick 6s, Rev? Just look right at the guy, just still throwing over there when he see the guy right there. Like, dude, do you not see him? He's standing right there. You're not gonna get that ball past him. So anyway, Rev, another dumb Matt Hasselbeck pick 6 type play. Tie game, Alabama up, 17-17 up. Oklahoma choked the lead away, and you know how the cookie crumbled after that, Rev. Me and you both probably knew once they tied it up 17-17, that this ain't gonna be good for Oklahoma. And then right after the half, they look up, Alabama up 24-17. Oh, have mercy, man. Like I said, it was just a bad choke job by Oklahoma and another comeback masterpiece. Like you say, you got to give Alabama credit. I ain't giving them no credit. I ain't giving you no credit. Oklahoma lost that game. They allowed y'all to come back in that game, but you took advantage of their mistakes. So, like Rev said, teams deserve credit when you take advantage of other teams' mistakes. But I am not giving you no credit for Oklahoma's choke job, okay? Because that was a choke job in the making. Lord have mercy. How many times we see punters drop kicks like that?
Yeah, I have to agree with what you were saying. I'm gonna go back to the Notre Dame talk since people in Revenite Nation had some comments regarding that. The MOU is akin to Pontius Pilate washing his hands. I like that scripture reference. Jerome K says, Rev, you're correct. Notre Dame had leverage before college football was on national TV or cable darn near 4 days a week. Facts. Winston said nobody's going to schedule Notre Dame. Will bounce them out the top 12 and void the MOU. It's going to force Notre Dame to join the conference within the next 2 to 3 years if they want to participate in the CFP. I can see that. 24 unanswered points. Those OU fans had a 28-3 flashback from Atlanta Super Bowl versus the GOAT being Tom Brady. The VP said, Rev Rose, that was a great NFC Championship game with my Niners and the Falcons.
It was great for you. It was awful for us.
And then Jerome K said, how did Matt Ryan catch a straight? The Falcons defense choked.
Well, whatever. Matt Ryan stopped playing when he got scored 17 points. You can't stop playing. Offense didn't do anything after that. So, yeah, Jerome, the defense and the offense blew the game because the offense just can't stop playing now. God.
I still can't understand how people can say the defense choked in the second half after they held the Patriots to 3 points going into the fourth quarter. Matter of fact, let's not forget part of the 28 that the Falcons had was because of a pick six by the Falcons defense.
Right. Matt Ryan only scored 21 points. Y'all favorite quarterback, 21 points. Get out of here.
So when is the onus on the offense to number one, score points, to number two, at least sustain drives? They were 3 and out. Then Matt Ryan, sack fumble. I mean, you're putting the defense back there, back on the field the whole second half. Like, why can't we understand this? If the offense not putting up points or winning time of possession, it's going to wear the defense down. These guys are humans, not robots. I still can't believe we're doing this.
Not playing complimentary football.
Exactly. It has to be balanced. Man. We still doing this 8 years later. It's amazing. All right,
Rev, you know, the Matt Ryan levels are like the Trae Young levels, man. Can't tell them anything.
And you see, since Trae Young been back, the Hawks are 0-2.
Like I say, can't tell them anything. You have to sit back and let them figure it out for themselves. Well, obviously, we figured it out.
Facts. All right, let's see. We got some comments. Yeah, Winston, just like what Red said, lack of complimentary football. Oh, man, I can see all these. Going back to Oklahoma and Alabama, the punter and kicker had to leave Norman last night. No way I'd go back to my apartment if I would have. Yep, and the kicker who has been lights out basically all season missed 2 important kicks.
Oh, yeah, that was bad. That kicker. Yeah. They were pumping him up before he got in the game. Like, oh, yeah, this kicker, well, he's best in the country. Man, he came out and choked 2 kicks away. Man, y'all just exposed him.
Didn't give them a chance. Choke. The VP said that punter saw a 330-pound beast rolling his way. It was fight on flight. I get it.
Hey, when you play Alabama, you may have to flight, dude. You gonna have to take that hit. This Alabama right here.
Yeah. Jerome K said the Oklahoma QB made about 5 bonehead mistakes. Yeah, I agree. And he was just too jacked up. You could just tell the way he was throwing the ball, even though Kirk Herbstreit was giving him praises, how the ball was coming out of his hands. I just thought he was too pumped up, which caused him to miss some throws, and then wound up throwing that pick six, which literally changed the momentum of the game.
Rev, one play he missed big time when he got out of that sack and he rolled around and he missed Buddy wide open down the field. I was like, oh my God, how you miss him?
Yeah, because that dude, all he had to do was catch, turn around in the end zone. That was 6 points. Mattia was channeling his inner Neil O'Donnell. Larry Brown just entered the chat. I like that. The VP said, Matty, Rice, Patty, you can't take that sack. Field goal puts you up 2 scores with 5 minutes remaining. That sack rendered Julio Jones unbelievable catch on the side for sure. And Julio had bailed Matt Ryan out, being Stretch Armstrong, catching that ball, setting him up for the field goal that would have put him up 10.
That catch would have went down as one of the best catches in Super Bowl history. We still be talking about that catch today. Had Matt Ryan did his job and completed the mission. God.
Agreed. Agreed. The president said, might as well have the legendary Bubby.
Not Bubby Brewster.
Jerome said, Rev, my comments was about the 49ers game, not the Super Bowl. Okay, I got you. You talking about the NFC Championship game they won.
Well, they blame it on the ref not giving Roddy White the little flag.
No, I think he's talking about the NFC Championship game. That's it. No. Was Roddy White on that Super Bowl team?
No. 2012 team, real. We played San Francisco in the championship game. You remember?
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I got you.
Super Bowl team. That was the year after Roddy left.
Got you. I got you. Vince, the VP said Jerome Case knew what you were talking about. Their PTSD kicked in regarding that failed Super Bowl. The president said the members of the 1992 Wheat Street Asphalt Parking Lot team played offense and defense at the same time. No pads. Jerome Case said, Rev, who would you rather have today? Ryan or your current QB stable? If 44-year-old Rivers could come back, Ryan can come back today. Come on, Matt. Now, I'm going to be honest. I would rather have the current quarterback, Michael Penix. And this is the reason why. I don't know what he's going to be as a finished product. He might be finished altogether because of injuries. I don't know. But the jury is still out on him. There's no jury out on Matt Ryan. He cannot win the big game. So I already know. Now, if you're talking about trying to pile up victories and not have any championship significance, get me right. But if I want to have a chance of winning the championship, I know Matt Ryan can't do that. So there's no need for me to try to pitch Matt Ryan. I don't know that for sure with Michael Penix. It's not looking very likely right now because of his injury history. And it's not looking very likely because of the poor coaching. But I still have hope in Michael Penix because he's not a finished product. Red, you want to chime in? Hold on.
Yeah, I'm with you, Red. Yeah, I'm with you, Red. That was a good take. We know we got in Matt Ryan. Gonna win some regular season games, get to the playoffs, and have us all on the edge of our seat, playing like he ain't never played before, making mistakes that he ain't never made before. Like I say, he just turned into another guy when the playoffs start. Reason, that's why he has a 4-6 playoff record in 14 years. Only played in 10 playoff games in 14 years. So think about that. Think about that, real. Matt Ryan total has 10 playoff games. I bet you Patrick Mahomes probably has, in 2 years, probably has 10 playoff games. Or Jalen Hurts, or some of these other quarterbacks who was in the playoffs perennially and going deep. 4 and 6, 10 years? No, Jerome. And like Rev said, we don't know what we got in Pierre. He's injury prone right now, but we don't know how he'll perform when the bright lights of the playoffs shine. So I can understand his take right there. Now, personally, I don't want Matt, I don't want Penix or Cousins. I'm not ready for the Falcons getting a quarterback. But if you had to choose between the three, you know what Kirk Cousins is about, you know what Matt Ryan is about. Penix is the question mark. So that's why you take it.
Now I will add this caveat that Jerome said he's just pulling our chains. I will add this caveat. If you told me that Matt Ryan's head coach would be Kyle Shanahan, sign me up for Matt Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
Sign me up for Matt Ryan. If Kyle Shanahan is the head coach, sign me up. Sign me up.
Yeah.
And it'd be Matt Ryan any day, every day. But if Kyle Shanahan ain't holding his hand, speaking to him through his helmet, I don't want no part of Matt Ryan. All right.
Great, real.
Jerome K said today, this season, Matt will help Penix develop. Come on back, Matt. Forget these haters. The president said the QB should change his name to Fidel Castro. Hashtag over. Talking about Mate of Oklahoma. Winston said offensive players are better athletes as a total unit than defensive players. They are built to run all day long and sustain drives. Defenses are better when they play in spurts because it's reactionary. I like that. That sounded like you learned that either on your own through playing or you read that somewhere. That's a very astute take, man. I appreciate you sharing that.
Now you pull Winston, a former athlete in Virginia. You sports.
Yeah, I like that take. That was real. That's a great explanation between the difference in football between offensive and defense. I like that.
All right, Winston, don't call our show trying to turn it to the eye test now. This is the Red and Ram show. You can't be the smartest one on our show now.
Well, we gotta give props where props are due. We welcome scholarship. Yeah. We welcome sports scholarship to the show. I like that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to screenshot that tape right there so I can use it one day. I like it. All right, Coach. You weathered the storm, man. You've been on, hadn't gone in and out. I don't want to say your name again because I was afraid you're gonna check out of here one more time. So now that you're back, let's get into these football picks because there will be a college football playoff game at 12 o'clock on today. We got 3 games. College football playoff. Let's get in.
That could have been a note for somebody right there. 12 o'clock, the best game coming on at 12 o'clock.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's make
James Madison ready to show up for Oregon.
All right, we got 3 games. Rev Night Nation, feel free to join us. The president said the Rev and Red Eye show. VP said that's what makes a great show. Opinions are welcome, great takes accepted. Coach, still a Steelers fan, Lakers at time.
All right, baby. Gotta get rid of OKC.
All right, we're gonna start in reverse order. Even though Texas A&M Miami is the best game, let's do it this way. Who you got? James Madison going out to Oregon to play the Oregon Ducks. We know who Winston has. But Rick, are you with Winston with the Oregon pick? What you got?
I don't want to be. I take any moment to hate on Winston's team. The way you be hating on our team. But can't do it this week, Winston. Your Oregon Ducks had better beat James Madison. I mean, if your Oregon Ducks lose James Madison, you ain't gonna hear the end of it, man. When your butt been talking trash, I am gonna clown them Duck tails here until the start of next season. But I doubt I'll be able to do that. I think Oregon will handle James Madison pretty easily. You see, this what happened Notre Dame when you don't join conference. You got teams like James Madison sneaking in the playoffs, back in the back door. So it's great that you made the playoffs, James Madison. I'm happy for I'm sure all your Virginians in the small school are happy, but you're gonna be one and done. So enjoy your moment. You might not get it again no time soon, because they're gonna be making changes to the college football playoffs to make sure y'all don't get in again. But anyway, enjoy your moment tonight. Go Oregon. Well, not go Oregon, but Oregon win.
Go.
Oregon.
Can we get some commentary? Why?
They got a quarterback
What's special about this quarterback?
named Dante Moore. He wins games.
What is it about him that causes him to win games?
He has a great offensive set. 2 good wideouts.
And why can't James Madison contain him?
Because they James Madison.
And what is it about James Madison being James Madison that doesn't allow that won't stop Oregon from being Oregon?
Okay, I do like Kurt Signetti for Indiana. Google it.
Google me. Yeah, he said Google me. I got you.
No, they ain't got enough. Not enough.
All right. Let's go to the next game. And Reverend Nation, we're going to come to you after we pick all 3 games. Tulane versus the Lane Kiffinless Ole Miss Rebels. And Coach, we know that Ole Miss is one of your favorite teams.
Yes. Yeah.
Coach, who's winning this game? Tulane, or will your hate for Ole Miss guide your pick when it comes to this game? What you say, Coach?
Only thing I can say is this. It won't be as big a 35-point blowout this time. Tulane going to be a little better prepared for Ole Miss. They're not going to win because Trinidad challenges that guy, and he's a baller. And Levy running back, they tough on the running game, so Tulane gonna make it closer, but I think Ole Miss gonna win. Boo, but they gonna win.
Real, you got, man?
Who I got, Real? I got
sir.
UGA on the 1st of January when one of these teams come out there and play. So that's what's gonna happen right there. Well, which one of y'all want to get beat down? You want it Tulane, or you want it Ole Miss? So somebody gonna get the beat down on the 1st of January, and it's gonna be one of these 2 teams. Now Tulane, I would love for you to pull the upset. I don't have to worry that much. I know ain't no non-SEC school like you forever knock my bull all out. But Ole Miss, we handled you before. We handled you again. But this time you ain't gonna have your coach there holding your hand. Which means you might not put up that 35 you put up on us last time. And we might not have to put up 43 that we had to put up last time. So either way, we'll see. But Ole Miss should win, and then we'll see you on January 1st, Ole Miss. But if Tulane, hey, y'all pull it upset, we'll wipe the floor with you too. So either way it goes. Let's go Bulldogs. Come on, because one of y'all gonna get this butt with us that we weren't able to give last year. But we're gonna definitely give it this year. We ain't playing. We trying to win this time. Let's go. Dogs. But Ole Miss, Real.
All right. Going to the last game, Reddit's back on you, Reverend Nation again. Feel free to share your picks. We're coming to you right after. We got Miami, Texas A&M, the most high-profile game going on in the college playoff today. Red, who you got, sir?
Oh, boy. Woo. What would be my wish for Carson Beck to pull a couple of upsets so he has to face us in a few weeks and we really can eliminate him? Boy, what a game that would be. Miami versus UGA. Carson Beck versus his old team. Man, but I don't think they're going to make it, Real. I don't think they're going to make it. I think Texas A&M is going to open up a can of whoop you-know-what on them today. Miami, y'all, you play well, but you're not consistent. You make mistakes, in games and those type of mistakes that you allow teams to hang around. You can't do that with Texas A&M because they're gonna blow you right out the water. This is SEC baby, and y'all ACC. So look, you playing the big dogs now. So I think Texas A&M just gonna be too much for Miami. You got Carson Beck down there, probably gonna turn the ball over a couple of times, and that's gonna really set Texas A&M up for a victory. So Carson Beck, no turnovers, Miami might have a chance. Carson Beck will turnovers, Miami has no chance. Okay, and I think Carson Beck gonna have a few turnovers today. So that means Miami gonna have no chance. And my boy, what's his name? Reed, my boy Reed from Texas A&M, gonna put on the show. He gonna make the plays he need to make. His playmakers down there. My boy Conception. And let me stop acting like I know these guys. Anyway, Texas A&M.
Coach, who you got, man?
Who's quarterback for Miami?
Carson Beck.
That's your ball game, pretty much right there. That noise in Texas A&M is going to be a determining factor today. This is the loudest stadium, and these guys were up last night at 12 o'clock at the stadium getting ready. So you know they're going to be ready for this game. And Marcel Reed has a streak. I think he's had a touchdown and a running and a touchdown throwing in the last 5 games. And I don't see what's going to turn the tide. KC Concepcion is going to return a punt or a kick for a touchdown. And that's going to be the nail in the coffin for Miami. And I'll say it live on here. Somebody who always likes to talk about Miami football, I want to see his face next week if Miami don't win. We'll see if he's going to chime in next week. You like to chime in when they win. You didn't chime in when the Dolphins lost. Don't let me get started on that.
Coach going after the prime
All right,
minister.
Coach. Starting to trouble up, Coach. Now, when he come in, I hope he's going to be ready. I guess he's talking about Maurice Strong.
Yeah, he's talking about Maurice Strong. All right, before we go into the Revenant Nations pick, I got to be respectful. Winston was talking about his good take that Rev was saying, don't come on the show with. He said, think that's a good take. Scroll up and see what I said about Coach's connection. Let me see what he said real quickly.
You gonna mess with Coach now. You ready for you now? I can see Coach now getting his comeback ready for you. Whatever you got.
All right, here it is. Here's his take. I bet if y'all start talking trash about the Steelers or USC, Coach's connection will go to SG Plus.
Winston, let's sit here while I'm here in front of you and count the numbers of national championships that Oregon has won. I'd like to do it. Let's do some math right quick and count the number of championships that Oregon won. And don't talk about we in it this year because you hadn't won anything. There's 12 other teams in it. Let's talk about that. I'll be waiting on your answer.
Now Jerome wanted in on the fun. Now, Coach gonna get you, Jerome. I'm just tell you, I'm gonna leave it up here so he can get you real quick. What you said was funny though. He said, if you say Coach's name 3 times in a row, his internet will go out.
Leave it there, Rev. Leave it right there. And look how he spelled Coach. Look how he spelled Coach.
Man.
Look how he spelled Coach. Oh God.
That's why I made the disclaimer, because I knew once I put it on the screen, you were gonna get him for putting that E apostrophe S or coach.
Coachy. Oh my God.
Oh my God. One day, Jerome, you gonna participate in the spelling bee.
All right, man.
You have to be the only person that has a Bible and a dictionary present.
Coach. They about to get you. That internet getting weak again.
So
somebody messing with it. I smell a conspiracy going on.
All right. Let's get into these picks. The VP said this. Oh, no. Winston said this before the VP. Red, you going to pick Oregon again if we play your dog?
Hey, what you think?
All right. The VP said, rather than choose a win in this game, let's choose who wins on the spread currently at 21.5. The Oregon Ducks are 21.5 favorite over James Madison. Wow. The president said Ducks. Winston said when it comes to Tulane and Ole Miss, there's going to be an upset. Alexis said Oregon over James Madison. The VP says Oregon, James Madison University about to get yacht race, not boat race, but yacht race. I got it. Armani Newsom, Lieutenant Sonar, what's going on, brother? Happy holidays to you, man.
What's up, Coach's Corner? I'm running part of Coach's Corner now.
The president said Ole Miss will be a hit. Armani said, I got Ole Miss. The VP said Tulane's green wave is full of algae. The Rebels will cowabunga all over Tulane. Alexis said Ole Miss over Tulane. Jerome K said Oregon over James Madison. He got Alexis said Texas A&M by 3 over Miami. Winston said Texas A&M bet going to bet. Okay, got it. Texas A&M bet going to bet. Y'all Dogs fans know what I'm talking about. We sure do. We sure do.
You gonna know what we talking about when we play them Ducks. Well, then get ready.
Duran K said Tulane upset the Republicans. Need a little bit more to get down. Oh, okay. I got you. These called Ole Miss the Republicans. Got you. Thank you, Red, for helping me on. I was on the slow bus on that one. Texas A&M said, Texas A&M said. Armani said Texas A&M over Miami. Jerome K said, nah, man, Miami over A&M. Beck for redemption. That's the minister in you, I can tell. The president said Miami will shock the world. Smell the push bit.
Come on, I want to play them. They're going to shock the world today, but they ain't going to shock it when they play UGA, and they on our side of the bracket. So keep on shocking the world, Miami.
They would have to beat Ohio State to play Georgia.
You're right. That may not happen. You shock the world today.
Yeah. The VP, said Beck will bet Aggies by 10. The VP said Winston coach is going to kick you with his good leg. And VP said be sure to spell it correctly. 82 Monte Carlo 28 said, what's up, fellas? Do you think Clint Kubiak goes to the Giants?
He need to come down. He need to come to us, Monte Carlo. Forget the Giants. Come on to us. Dude, where we go? How much time we go to the Giants for? Take them down here.
Winston said, let's sit here and count the number of seat cushions UNC has while my Ducks are playing today.
Again, Winston, again. Your team has won 0 championships. You got them giggling, but they ain't won. I want you to tell me how many championships. When you tell me that, then I'll be done. Tell me the Oregon championships, and I'll leave you alone.
Now, Coach,
y'all just in the tournament. You ain't won nothing.
Coach, in all fairness, what year was the last time USC won a championship?
2005.
All right. Now, before the transfer portal, you do know most of the guys who currently play for USC probably weren't even born.
Rev, that's fine. That's all good.
Okay, but I'm just saying. I'm saying I get the championship argument.
I hear what you're saying.
I get it, but sometimes if it ain't recent, this sometimes the championship argument is not as strong. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Kind of like
Cowboys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's like that's just like Coach. Just to be honest, hold on, Coach. Just like Red said, and you are on this. You killed Dallas Cowboy fans talking about championships that hadn't happened since 1990. The 1990s.
Okay, I got all that, but I want you to ask Winston that same question.
Well, they haven't won a championship. It's just like
okay, I'll leave it alone.
Yeah, but Coach, but if we're honest, Oregon has been much more relevant this past decade than USC. If we're honest.
Yay. They win games. Yay. But no championship.
But USC ain't even winning games. USC ain't even been in the playoff yet.
That's okay.
No, it's not, Coach. Don't you say that. Don't you say it's okay. Don't you dare say that, Coach.
Buffalo Bills.
Because you were talking about Lincoln Riley need to get it done, Coach. Don't be hypocritical now, Coach. You know you don't like the job that Lincoln Riley's doing.
I give him credit for winning more games. I'm still waiting on the championship though this year. While he talking about we sitting and watching. We sitting and watching, waiting on y'all to win this year, Mr. Winston.
All right. The VP said Lieutenant Sonar in the building. Winston said Red with the secondary y'all got, y'all not going to be talking about much if y'all play my Ducks.
Hey, have you been watching us lately, dog? Our defense has been really on point. I just noticed it myself, but our defense has been on point the last few games. So it's coming around at the right time. Yeah, you're right. We were playing like crap pretty much most of the season. But Rev, if you notice, last few games, man, started with Charlotte, Tech, Alabama. Our defense playing at the right time. So you want to talk that noise when our defense playing like this? Come on, we ready, baby. We are ready.
They are becoming a slight reminiscence. They're slightly reminiscing the championship defenses. Slightly. And let me spell it with all caps. SLIGHTLY. Slightly. They are slightly.
The real, to be honest, if our offense continue to play, they will put up points. We really just need them to play slightly. Just make the stops you need to make.
I still don't trust Gunnar Stockton for 4 quarters. He has spurts.
I agree.
So that's why they got to be on point. They got to be on point. The press coach is gonna break out his dueling pistols again. Not the Wild West, Mr. President. Oh my goodness. Wow, that's back in the day.
What's that guy? That famous outlaw. I don't forgot his name.
82 Monte Carlo Red was saying he was asked the question because he heard it on the NFC roundtable.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, Clint Kubiak could be a great head coaching prospect. I just like if the Falcons are gonna make a change and it's the offensive guy that we should go with, he would definitely be a good name to look at because the family background. Kubiak. I know the offense they'll be running, but we might get us another quarterback. But Clint Kubiak wouldn't be another bad name to look at, real.
I got you. Armani said, referring to USC, I wasn't even 10 last time USC won a championship. I'll be 30 next month. That's how long it's been.
Oh, now you jumping in here, Longhorn.
Well, he's an Alabama guy, Coach. You know he's Alabama.
Yeah, I know Longhorn gonna jump in here.
Winston said, my oldest child is almost as old as y'all most current championship. We don't have a chip, but we have a better shot than y'all do. Got to get in it to win it. USC will win the shop.
Whoa. Wait, hold it. You been in it and you still ain't won it. What you talking about? You been in it and you still ain't won it.
That man Winston's pretty clever. He said, y'all window shopping.
I'm trying to figure out, Winston, how old is your oldest child with your old self?
Jerome K said, let me chime in. Coaches out here counting AFL and
I'm not, Jerome, I can't talk to you about no championships because I know you haven't seen any. At least not spelling bee championships.
Man, I came back in the right day today, boy. Everybody getting good win today.
We're going to pause right here, man. This is a great time for halftime.
Man, I forgot we passed half when y'all talking stuff, man. Woo.
Winston said, I'm 38 and my son is 12.
Oh, okay. I
All
thought
right,
I got a 20-year-old kid. I thought with my thing, Rev, you had a grown kid.
for sure, man. This halftime of the Red and Red Sports Show, we gave you our Don't Know the Coke moments. Also, we had our college football picks. We're coming back on the other side with more football, basketball, and some baseball on the other side of halftime of the Red and Red Sports Show. We will be right back. And we are back on the Red and Red Sports Show, coming to you with the second half of the show. We had a very humorous first side of the show, and we look forward to having some more of a good time for the second half. Let's see. Armani said, I tell you what, Coach, Lincoln Riley will be on the hot seat next year.
Wasn't Kalen on the hot seat this year? Nick Saban ain't there anymore, Armani.
Mm. Well, Coach, they did advance to the playoffs, though.
Yeah, they won. They beat Oklahoma. Choklahoma.
Well, Coach, they are a playoff team, Coach. Come on now. They advanced.
I ain't going to knock them. You know, it's not the thing of knocking them while they're in there, because you got to give them credit for getting in there, but you got to finish the drill. Like they always say, finish the drill.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. All right. Red, are you with us? You muted yourself, sir.
All right, y'all. Sorry.
All right. It's now time for our 5 for 5 segment, where we will pick up with 5 hot topics, and Red and Coach will talk about that hot topic for 1 minute each, or they have up to 1 minute. 45 seconds shows that they have spoken for 45 seconds on a single screen, or they can speak on a single screen for 45 seconds. Once we go to the full screen, that means they have 15 seconds left. They go over that minute. We will hit the mute button. And while they are talking, Reverend Nation, feel free to put your comments in the chat, and we'll come to you all with your comments. And if there's any time left, Rev will share his 2 cents. So I believe there is a VP sighting who gives us our instructions for this segment. He has given us the instruction to cue Lunits, and we will do just as the vice president instructed. And there is the cue. So now, 5 is on it for 5 for 5. Let's do this. First topic at hand. Vanderbilt's quarterback. He started hating on the Heisman Trophy winner, and he flipped off at a party in New York City. Brother Mendoza from Indiana, who won the Heisman Trophy. Coach, since you got a good signal right now, let's jump right at you. What you got to say about this?
Diego Pavia, you went from a hero to zero in just a matter of time. You're an idiot, sir. You're a plain idiot. I ain't no need to call you anything else. Mark Ingram told you while you still talking and flipping the voters off, I got one of these and you don't, which is all he needed to say to you. You sound crazy, son. I mean, how old are you anyway? 30? And you crying about not winning the Heisman? Man, go sit down somewhere and get ready to go to the NFL. Well, you need to go to the NFL or you need to be teaching class at Vanderbilt.
Wow. Red, what you got?
Oh, Coach, that was harsh, man. I don't know if I'm gonna be that harsh, but it's not a good look. And honestly, I'm not really surprised. The Reds and Coach. It's something about the way his family, and I'm blaming his family for this. It's something about the way his family was pumping him up before the ceremony. And I was just thinking to myself, man, Diego Pavia, oh, his family and his mom. I hope they gonna be able to take him not winning this because it seems like they had already thought he was gonna go in and win it, or maybe had a good chance to win, and we all thought Mendoza was gonna win anyway. So I was kind of curious to see the reaction to how they would react if he didn't win. And boy, they acted just like I expected. I mean, I'm not surprised. You know, they probably think Diego is the greatest. I understand that, but Diego, don't listen to your family and friends, man. You gotta show some type of class, some type of I've been there before. You know, just gotta be a little reserved. I know you were disappointed, but that's how I go sometimes, Diego. You gotta be better than that. You'll learn from it, buddy. You're young, you'll learn from it.
Winston going back 6 for 6. USC sucks.
Hey,
What's up, Joe Black?
See,
Glad
Red.
to have you, man.
What's the first letter in Oregon?
Oh.
Oh.
The president said poor sportsmanship. Now, Red, I got a bone to pick with you. Coach made a reference that I think you missed. Coach said Pavia is almost 30 years old. He's like 25, 26. And you came back around and said, you're young, you'll learn.
I thought you would let that one ride, real.
I might not be speaking, but I'm listening. Come on. That man is trying to compete for Heisman Trophy. He should be trying to compete for his third NFL MVP award by now.
Good point. That's why it really look bad.
This man is mad he wasn't able to dominate teenagers, man. That's terrible, man. Come on. He's that old man at the park trying to show these young boys how good he was. You know, I mean, it's ridiculous.
That's why I say Diego should have been his red out. His family pumped him up for that reaction. That's why I say, man, stop listening to your family. You know they're gonna be, especially his mom. I mean, his mom's like, oh my God, those voters, don't worry, baby, you are the best. I don't care what they say. You know how they all be. And he probably just took it in stride, probably had a few drinks out with the fellas, and he probably wasn't thinking. Like I say, it's not a young mistake, but it's a mistake. I think if he just stay on the right path and do nothing else dumb, but he can get past it. But yeah, it definitely was a bad mistake. Not a young mistake, but a bad mistake.
I think that mistake may cost him an NFL future because of his age. Ooh. And he's not like an amazing talent. Now, will one team possibly take a chance on him? I can see that. But he might have hurt his draft round. What round he'd get drafted in? I definitely see that. You said 5. Jerome Pace, as we conclude, said Diego had a Trump moment. He was looking for 80,000 more votes. But I would say this. So to that Trump point, Jerome, he was making all his appearances on the major outlet, trying to get momentum for the votes. I don't know, trying to put himself in the limelight because he was on First Take and other shows. And I think his bravado during these appearances made him actually believe, like Trump, will lie to himself all the time, and he thinks the more he says it, that it's going to become true. And I think that's what Diego was struggling with. Like, the more he went on these shows and kept saying he should be the favorite, he did this, that, and third, he started believing that he was going to win it, and his family bought the Kool-Aid like all these Trumpsters have done.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to figure out, how was Mendoza not going to win it when he won a Big Ten championship and made a Heisman Trophy throw for the ages to beat number 1 Ohio State? Like, how was he going to lose it?
Right, I just want to say, Diego, your poverty, your family, I want to say, y'all was very not self-aware of the entire situation. You got to look at everything. That's what I say. What you just said, Rev, and you knew he was the favorite. I mean, Diego, you weren't the favorite going in. I could see if everybody was saying, Diego, you're the favorite. Poverty, I don't see how poverty you're going to lose. No, everybody was on Mendoza. So, dude, are you y'all just not paying attention to what's going on? Like Rev said, are you just so in your own world that you can't see the bigger picture that's around you? This was Mendoza's award to lose. Now, yeah, you had a punch of chance to maybe pull a slight, there go that word again, Rev, a slight upset. But, dude, Rev, if I'm going in, if I'm anybody other than Mendoza going into that Heisman Trophy crap, I'm just enjoying this 3-day tour of New York City because remember that post I made? The process is a little off because it's just really, for the other 3 guys, it's just a 3-day vacation tour. It ain't but one guy that's going to,
and enjoy perks.
Yeah, enjoy all the perks because there ain't but one guy that's going to really feel all the Heisman love and the Heisman perks and stuff, and that's the guy who wins it. So you just got to have, some of these athletes just got to be a little bit more self-aware these days. I know it's hard because you got everybody, your family and your friends pumping you up, making you think you're the greatest and all, but you just got to be more self-aware of the situation. I think a lot of these athletes are just not as self-aware as the athletes back in the day.
Man,
The VP said, "Go ahead, Coach."
Man, if they were playing headlining on Showtime at the Apollo, they'll boo Diego on the way to the Apollo. Man, shut up and go on about your business, son. It's okay.
But Coach, you don't like this kid, boy. You really don't like this kid.
It was not professional. Go ahead, Ray.
We got to move on. We well beyond 5 minutes. The VP said Chris Winkie just entered the chat, old guy from Florida State. Jerome K said Red is right. Diego had on too many crowning cokes, and said bump it, catch these fingers.
I told y'all he's dripping like a mob boss.
The VP said Pavia's family low-key gaslighted him. He couldn't read the tea leaves. Jerome said, Rev, enjoy the perks and make some real relationship connections. Yep. I'm sorry, Rev. He said Rev. I'm sorry. Yep, no doubt. Let's get to the next topic, gentlemen. The Knicks win the NBA Cup. What are your thoughts about the Knicks beating Oklahoma? Well, no, beating the San Antonio Spurs and Wemby for the NBA Cup. Red, it's on you. Go.
Good win, Nick. Join the Lakers and the Bucks as the 3 teams that won the cup. I'm not quite sure how to respond to you not raising the banner because we rolled out, we raised our banner. But Lakers, we just like celebrating stuff, so we're gonna raise any banner. But it was a good win. I just got one question. What in the world was up with Josh Hart grab bag on stage the other night? Man, I don't think Jalen Brunson like that. And dude, that was a silly look. But anyway, Josh, learn to keep your hands to yourself. But anyway, like I say, I'm starting to like this in season tournament. It gives teams something to play for real early in the season because you think early basketball season you be bored with the way football and college basketball is dominated. But Adam Silver got something right. This in season tournament to kick off the NBA season right before the Christmas Day games. It's I think it works.
Coach, what you got?
The Nick said all the right things. We're not gonna raise a banner because we're looking for the NBA title. And reality, this year they got a good chance in the East to make the finals because the East is kind of slumping this year as far as usual talent. I know they won't see the Indiana Pacers this year, and the other teams are trying to make a come up. They know that most of the talent is large in the West, so I guess they said we got a good chance without injuries of winning it this year. Now the only way they gonna win it is if they get Stephen A. from his video game commercial and get out there shooting jumpers to help them win. And he made up that video game person of him, which was funny. All outdoors. I was like, yeah, that's the only chance y'all think y'all got. But yeah, they doing the right thing. I think they gave motivation to win. But the only bad part about it is the last two winners have not advanced to.
For the first time in 505 history, coach has been muted.
Yeah, I can believe it, coach. Yeah. The coach taking advantage of that signal, man. He's like, man, let me get all this in.
Let me get all this in. Let me catch up for lost time.
Yeah.
Jerome K said it was a great game. Brunson needs some media training. Can't be using all that profanity on live broadcasts.
Yeah.
The VP said, hey, 5,000 is 5,000. Nice
500.
Magic City moolah right there. David Stern has to be turning in his grave right now. All right, coach. You can finish up. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying the last two teams that won the tournament didn't do anything in the playoffs. I hope that ain't, and I don't know if that's gonna be the same. It's a bad omen.
It might be different this year because it might be different this year, coach, because the East so wide open. I think the Knicks have a good chance to get to the finals, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. And y'all might agree. Just two words: Mike Brown.
Yeah, I think there's a strong case to say the Sixers might compete with them if they can stay healthy. That's a big if.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be some competition now. It's never gonna be some competition. Sixers are definitely gonna be some competition.
Because I think really the Sixers are their main competition. I'm not buying into Detroit. They're too young. They need some playoff experience. They're doing well, but they need some playoff experience. And I think the Sixers will be the team that will compete with them. But it's the Knicks to lose. I would say that. It's the Knicks to lose.
I agree. And the fact that Mike Brown, we didn't think at the time, but yeah, Coach T is not running those players into the ground. And Mike Brown's little laid back, even though it's effective, because Mike Brown, he does good when he has a good point guard. He can rely on. I think Jalen Brunson and Mike Brown is working so far, and I think it'll work for the long haul because Mike Brown's not really confrontational, and Jalen. I think Mike Brown's personality and Jalen Brunson's personality are compatible. That's what I'm saying.
I'll put it like this, Red. I would say it this way. I think it's a marriage made in heaven right now because Mike Brown does not have to deal with a superstar ego. So Brunson, Towns, they need coaching. So Mike Brown can coach. So they need each other in order to succeed.
Right.
Because Brunson is not that guy you just put him in any system, he's just going to be a beast. No, you got to be in the right system. Karl Anthony Towns is not that guy that's just going to beast in any system. He needs the right system. So because Mike Brown doesn't have a LeBron this time around or a Kobe type player, his voice will resonate more because the star players on the Knicks need coaching in order to have maximum success.
I agree. I agree with that right there. Look, Downs and Brunson ain't gonna just be like, "Oh, Mike, get out of here." They'll listen to Mike Brown. And the way Mike Brown come at him, he'll come at him with respect.
Yeah, yeah. He knows how to do that after coaching those mega superstars. The VP said the NBA Emirates Cup is the NBA version of a participation trophy. And Armani, being a Sixers fan, said that is a huge if rep, and I agree. I agree. I agree. The capital letters were appropriate. Let's move on, Coach. You're on deck. There were two major injuries that happened last week. Micah Parsons, whose Green Bay Packers team is looking like they're heading to the NFL NFC playoffs, goes down for the year. He's out. Patrick Mahomes with the Kansas City Chiefs, who were eliminated from the playoffs last week, is now out. What significance do those injuries have for their respective teams, and if not the NFL league and playoffs? What'd you say, Coach?
It's bad for the league because people come to see those guys play, and any guy that have those significant injuries like that when they're out is not good for the league, and especially now for Parsons, because his team is cruising toward the playoffs. And Mahomes, I'm gonna tell you something about that young man. They said he had his surgery and he already working out. So I don't know if you want to put doubts on him not starting the season. He might be ready to start the season because he's not gonna let this year go by without him making a comeback and getting them back to the playoffs. So Parsons is gonna be working out too, and I think he's gonna get back too. But still, you hate to see that being two superstars. So it'll hurt the league, but it's gonna hurt Green Bay if they can't finish up in the playoffs.
Red, what do you say?
Yeah, I'm leaning to what Coach is saying as far as Green Bay probably hurt no more for this season because they actually was gearing up for a Super Bowl run, and not having your defensive captain, that might hurt, especially when the offense is a little inconsistent at times. Not having your defensive captain back there, it might affect them. Kind of interested to see how it affects them later tonight in the Chicago game and going forward with the last two games. I mean, they haven't even clinched playoff spot yet. So we'll see how that affects them going forward. Kansas City, they weren't playing too well anyway. Mahomes' injury just pretty much clinched the bad season they were already having. Like Coach said, he's already had his surgery. But if I'm Kansas City, I would be very cautious about rushing Mahomes back. I mean, let him take as much time as he can to get as healthy as he can be. Even if you have to tank the next season, because I'm thinking when you have those type of injuries, man, it might take you a season to get back to your full self. So it might be 2027 before we see the real Mahomes again. And that's fine because you can use this next season to, like they were saying on the arena, see what you got, see who's gonna be like Rev, you said yourself, you get ready for the next half of Mahomes' career. This is the second half, so you got to see what you got going forward to see who's ready for him in the second run of Mahomes' career. Because this first run is over with, I believe. You about to lose Kelsey. Chris Jones is on his last.
All right, Red does what Red does. Talk too long on 5 for 5. All right. Jerome K said, Rev, the Knicks players went to college and they used to be a coach, unlike others. Okay. All right. All right. That's all we got. Let's see. Jerome K said, Jerry Jones is feeling like he made a great move and dodged a bullet. Put that D on dodge, man, and you'll make it correct. All right.
Dodge a spelling book.
You say dodge a spelling book. Lord have mercy. Go ahead, Red. Finish your statement.
Oh, yeah, like I'm saying, I'm pretty much wrapped up. I just think going forward, your teachers can be real careful because I don't believe next season is their year anyway. Because, like we all have noticed, the Chiefs are about to go in transition mode. Kelsey's about to retire. The defense is a little older. You gotta, change some pieces on the offensive line. So it's time to retool for the Chiefs' next run. You know how the Patriots had to retool for Brady's next run. Because you remember, after Brady's first three, it was a while before they got back to another Super Bowl. They had to rebuild kind of again on the run. So I think this is the Chiefs' time to rebuild again on the run. See if Andy Reid's in for the long haul. They're gonna have to look for a new coach soon. I don't know if Reid's gonna retire soon, but anyway, I'm just saying it's time now to prepare yourselves for Mahomes' second half of his Hall of Fame career. As far as Green Bay go, I think Green Bay's done. I think Chicago and Detroit will behoove them to take advantage of their misfortune.
Now, Red, I just want to highlight something. The Chiefs lost 8 games this year. 7 of those losses they lost by a touchdown or less. So let's not make it look like they need a total rehaul. You see what I'm saying? Like they need a piece here or there on offense and a piece here or there on defense. And like last year, they won the games that they lost this year because they played a lot of close games. So I think the biggest retooling from my perspective is they probably going to have to get another major quarterback or cornerback because I think they're not going to pay McDuffie the big money. I think they need another tight end that's dynamic. If they draft this year. If they trade for one, we'll take Kyle Pitts. Now it's going to hurt us in blocking because Kyle Pitts doesn't block. And then I think the Chiefs need not a stopgap option at running back. They need a cowbell and let Pacheco be his backup or Hunt be his backup. But they need a premier running back.
You know what that is, don't you?
Which Seiko?
You know who that's going to be, right?
Who?
Jeremiah Love.
Yeah.
Will he still be there by the time they draft?
I bet he is. I guarantee he's going to be there.
Because right now they'll probably be drafting like 10 to 15.
Oh, yeah, he'll be there.
So if they can get Jeremiah Love, that's a great start. If they could trade for Kyle Pitts or somebody like that, if the Falcons want to unload them, that'll be cool. But they got to have a dynamic tight end.
I would love for them to take Kyle Pitts off out there and give us some draft picks. I don't care if it's a future first round or something. If we can get something for Kyle Pitts, anything, get rid of this clown. Take his trash off my team.
Jerome, you were doing so well as you were trying to prove the coach you could spell coach, but then you forget the internet on T. You forget the T on internet.
Attorney.
You were doing well, man, and then you forget the T on internet. Come on, man. What are we doing?
That's
I know your girl. I know Jerome girl. I know Jerome girlfriend reading old love letters.
He's married. He's married.
Okay, I'm saying back in the day, reading love letters from him was stressful, boy. Like, what is this boy saying? Like, man, I bet you got to sit there and put the context clues together. Like, okay, I think that's what he's trying to say, man. Because Lord have mercy.
Well, he could flourish now with all these different services that they got for AI to help you out.
Yeah.
VP said patty cakes rest well earned. The Waffle House play caller need to make that move to replace Kelsey and revamp their backfield. They've not had a real backfield threat since Hunt. And I'm going to talk about the first Hunt before he got in trouble. When they drafted Hunt, that's when he was the beast.
Oh, I thought you were about to talk about Clark Hunt. I was like, oh, real? The owner don't be it.
No. The VP said, I bet the Walrus can make Kyle Pitts a bona fide superstar. I agree to that. Yeah.
Andy Reid.
Joe Black said Kyle Pitts a free agent.
Uh-oh.
Is he a free agent?
Uh-oh.
Oh, so because the Falcons didn't offer him the 5th year?
No, he's on his 5th year right now. He's on the 5th year.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. The VP said Jerome is T-less in his responses can't win. Jerome said, Red, I ain't going to lie. I'm sure my girlfriends were struggling. Hey, at least he's self-aware. Let me see. VP said, does Reverend Jerome Case have Chat GPT word and sir?
I hope so, man. Oh boy, I hope so.
All right, thanks, man. Pitt's a free agent after the season, unless. Yeah, I didn't think he was in his 5th year, Red.
Oh, Lord. He come to trade. I mean, the comments. He coming.
No. Yeah, we gave him the 5th year this year. I didn't want to, but we did. Now, yeah, he's a free agent. So yeah,
Okay, he's unrestricted free agent in 2026. Okay.
We gave him the 5th year. We could have got rid of him this year, but for some reason they bought him back. Let him be the Chiefs trash now. Get him out of here.
Well, I can say this: if Kelsey comes back, then we're not getting Pitts. That's the bottom line.
Yeah,
because they're not going to cut Kelsey out of loyalty, and this man making like $17 million, playing like a $700,000 tight end. So,
somebody on the Chiefs need to make a call to Miss Taylor Swift so she can knock some sense in Travis' head. Like, Travis, you got me. It's time to quit. I don't even go to the games no more. I'm trying to tell you something, Travis. Come be with me. It's my world now, baby.
For sure. All right, let's go into this one, man. Red is back on you. Change of scenery for Joe Burrow. Is it time for him to get up out of Cincinnati? What says you?
If he don't get up out of there soon, but they're gonna have to hire some therapists or some mental coaches for him. Because boy, he is just depressed right now. He's not happy. I'm glad he's single, so he ain't taking on this home to the girlfriend or the wife. Because boy, he just not happy right now. And man, it really, you can tell. It's written all over his face. I mean, Joe Burrow, you think he'd be so cool walking in the press conference with the crazy jacket, the cool shades, hair looking all wild, but it's Joe Burrow. He was this generations of Joe Cool. And like I say, being in the Cincinnati Bengals organization after a few years, it definitely takes a toll on you. We started with Carson Palmer, and now we started with Ocho Cinco. We started with TJ Houshmandzadeh. We didn't get to see it with Chris Henry because he passed away so young, but I'm pretty sure he would have got fed up with him too. And now we seeing it with what's the guy name? We talking about Joe Burrow. But like I say, it's just a Bengals organization. They just not a winning organization. They get lucky with draft picks sometimes, and it never goes anywhere. Time's almost up.
Coach.
Joe Burrow, aren't you tired of finishing behind the Steelers? Didn't they give you a sign saying you can't beat them, join them? Oh. Joe, it's okay. Just come on over. I'm sure we don't sack you as much as everybody else try to. Myles Garrett try to get you. The Ravens sure hate you. They be trying to kill you. The Steelers let you go and let you throw for some yards. Come throw it in the black and gold, son. It's okay. I'm gonna talk to you like that. It's okay. Just come on over. I know you tired of
man. Come on down here with us. Come on, forget the black and gold. Come join the red and black.
Man, that would be interesting if the black and gold could get him.
It would be.
That'd be the best quarterback that Mike Tomlin has ever had. Even though Big Ben has won 2 Super Bowls, Joe Burrow's a better quarterback than Big Ben.
Mike Tomlin, he'll beat up for the next 10 years. Definitely next 5 years with Joe Burrow. He ain't going nowhere.
Well, here's the problem I have. Here's the problem I have with Joe Burrow. Some of his frustration has to be his own fault.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Because the Bengals, who normally don't care what their star player says, they've given him what he wanted. He wanted them to sign Jamar Chase to a big contract. He wanted them to sign T. Higgins, to a big contract. So, bro, with you making as much money as you're making, the wide receivers making $25+ million a pop, there's not much more money to go around to the team. So you got to be upset with yourself and realize you're not a GM.
Mm.
Something got to give. So this depression act is baffling me because they gave him what he wanted. He wanted these high-power receivers. And whenever you pay all of this money to three positions, the quarterback, wide receiver 1 and 2, other areas of the team's going to fail. That's how it is in a salary cap strap league. Let's be real. So,
You have a dream. I'm
Sweet
surprised
Ram.
about them both days.
Let's see. Jerome K said Kyle Pitts is still a young guy. He's going to make Falcons fans cry if he goes to another team and starts looking like a beast. The VP said Joe Burrow isn't going anywhere. They need to rebuild that line on both sides of the ball since he's on the hook until 2030. Suck it up, Buttercup. Light that stogie and enjoy your early off-season vacation plans. VP also said Joe Burrow and these other jokers need to take a page out of the GOAT's book. Granted, he had a spouse that made tens of millions of dollars a year, but bros, if you want to win, you got to leave some money left to keep both sides of the ball viable to compete for a chip. Amen to that. Jerome K said coaches open the doors of the Steelers church. If that one named Joe, come on down past the top. That's good. That's good. On to the last topic. Coach, you're up. Should the Falcons move on from Michael Penix? And it's Penix, Red, not Penix. Penix. Just before you start talking. I know Jerome is going to say that, so I beat Jerome to the punch. Go ahead, Coach.
No, because you don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. I mean, it wasn't his fault. I guess technically it wasn't his fault. He suffered a bad injury like that, but he has time to grow. He comes off this injury. It's early in his career. If it was in the middle of his career, like his 10th year or so, maybe. But right now, he's a young fella, and you're not gonna be stuck with Kirk Cousins because I guarantee his agent gonna start working the deal and making some moves, maybe get him to another team, get more money like he's been doing. Then you'll be stuck with Felipe Franks. So no, don't move away from Michael Penix. No, sir. Keep him. Let him get right, and he come back and get you and help you out.
Red, what says you, man?
Well, I'm not sure how much Kirk Cousins gonna want to leave, because his wife probably not gonna want to leave town. But we'll see what type of new deal he strikes up after the season. Should the Falcons move on from Penix? No, at this particular point, but they should be ready to move on from Penix if it's proven he's not capable of coming back from these injuries. Like I say, he had bad knees in college that we ignored because we were so desperate for a new franchise quarterback. I know I was, and I just let that injury history go right on by me. But now I'm right up on it. I want to see could he get past his first season without getting hurt. He did not, so this is where we at. You probably ought to let him get one more opportunity on the field, see if he can stay healthy. But if not, you better have that next quarterback in-house, on the roster, ready to go into the game if he proves he can. So bottom line, you probably need to get you another quarterback either during the draft or the offseason, because like I say, you probably shouldn't move on at this time, but you had better be ready to move on if it's proven that he just can't stay healthy.
All right. Let's see. Winston said, I'm sorry, going back. Winston said, Pitts ain't going anywhere. That's Fontenot's very first pick. He also says it's way too early to give up on Penix, better protection, and we wouldn't have this issue. He also says the decision won't be made on Penix leaving-wise until the 27 offseason when we will have a first-round pick. Jerome K said the QB draft class is not that good. Penix will remain on a short leash.
Yeah, I expect him to be here, but if it's proven he can't stay healthy again, like I say, you better be ready to go another route.
Joe Black said He didn't prove much to me, but I'll factor in missing his blind side protector and having a horrible receiving core. The VP said, did Jesus turn on Peter after he knew that he would deny him 3 times? Nope. Guess what, bro? Got a job guarding the gates of heaven. Falcons fans, if you move on from Penix, you would just prove the poverty mentality that you really have. Using the Monty Newsom phrase, have patience. You lived through the Matty Rice Patty years. You need a new coach and a GM that has K. Jones to build that team.
Cojones. The cojones.
Cojones. I'm sorry. My bad. Cojones. I said K. Jones. Lord, I got a little Jerome Case in me right there. And a GM that has the cojones to build the team. Here, Arthur Black, go sit down and eat some worthless original.
Thank you, Betsy. You got to tell the Black to sit down because he don't know no football. He needs to stay out this decision making and hire a football guy to make the decisions. Arthur Blank, you don't know football. Listen to somebody.
But I think what Vincent said, the VP said, was key. I knew somebody was going to get me. I knew somebody.
K. Jones.
I think what the VP said was key. Like, we want to rush to make this move, that move, and you can't make moves when you continuously have a dysfunctional system. It's just like you can't think that things are going to change for a kid, right? If you put them in a dysfunctional home. Like, no matter who the parents are, if the home keeps being dysfunctional, the kid is going to be dysfunctional. And that's where we got to understand in Atlanta, where you got to slow down. You got to fix the system that's broken first. You've tried changing coaches, you've changed quarterbacks, you've changed players, but since the Super Bowl run, you have the same result that's being playoffless. So it's the system, not just the coaches and the players. So don't bring in a new quarterback until you change the system. Because if you bring in a new quarterback, you're just wasting the QB away. Jerome Case said, Pitts and Penix are not the problem. The coaching is terrible. And then the VP said facts. All right, man.
I think the Falcons would be wise to just eye the 2027 season. And if they're going to change, just eye that as their season to change. Might as well just let it play out next season anyway. And you got Penix coming back. They might bring Kurt back on a reduced contract. The way I'm thinking, if you're going to keep Raheem, you're going to keep Terry, just bring them back. Because 2026 season is going to be a wash anyway. You don't even have a first-round pick. So, yeah, I can understand why Arthur Blank is thinking about just keeping things steady, just like they are. And like Winston said, which was a good point, if you're going to make a change when you have a first-round pick. Don't make a change when your organization is out of whack, unstable, and then you got a new guy coming in here and he has to start from such a disadvantaged position. So yeah, if we're gonna make a change, just let's see how the 2026 season play out. And if we're gonna change, just blow it all up and get the new guy coming here with a first round pick and a clearer path of what this team needs going forward.
Jerome said to me, I can read, buddy. I have momentary spelling challenges, like and grammar usage problems, right? Yeah. And he corrected himself at the end. See challenge versus challenges. Joe Black said, man, listen here. Rick McKay is the common factor. Many Falcons fans would definitely agree with that. Winston said, Rev, I've been saying this for the longest, and that's why everyone is coming back next season, including Zach. They will all get next year outside of Williams. So you think Raheem Morris is coming back?
Yep.
Wow.
Oh yeah, Winston on that train. He's saying Winston said everybody coming back except for the special team coach.
Making note, I don't know, I can't make that up. A change this offseason would be just like the first year of Arthur Smith's tenure year.
I mean, Arthur Blank got 3 years. He pretty much saying Raheem gonna get 3 years, or at least starting 3 years. Now, if they make a change, if Raheem start the season off bad, I think they believe Arthur might just cut him in the middle of the season, which would mean why even bring him back. But that's it. That's his process. That's his process.
Okay, thank you. Making any changes off season will
Uh-oh, what happened to Real? Real knocked himself off the show.
Oh, he
Real
disappeared from sight. There he comes.
Press the wrong button. He coming back? You see him?
Yeah, he's back. I guess he back. I thought he was back. Well, I guess we move on to the NFL review. We got
yeah. Real knocked himself off. Me and Coach gonna have to finish it off. Yeah, NFL review.
Yeah, got some big games coming up in
not
the
so
NFL.
fast, my friend. Not so
we got
fast.
some
Not
really
so
serious.
There you go, Coach.
Not
There
so
you go.
fast. Not so fast. I don't know what happened, man. I tried to change the comments, and it just took me off. I don't know what's going on. Raheem will return like COVID and the flu. Joe Black said, I think they'll fire the OC. The BT. The passed out deacons cut Reverend Doctor's feed. They voted him out.
He constantly trying to get you voted all day long.
Hey, that's funny. But let me say this. Winston, I like the fact that you're speaking with your chest out with bringing them back. I think the problem with that is it's going to be dollars and cents in 2026. And I watch some of the Falcons podcasters. For one, I like Uncle Steve's Lounge, and then I watch from time to time Big Low Country, and they are prominent Falcons podcasters in the Black stream, especially with the Black urban. And I need to check yours out, Winston.
Yeah, you need to. I was gonna say, Real, add the eye test. Coach Phil, Wednesdays at 10 o'clock.
I'm gonna subscribe to it. Is it in the morning or evening?
No, evening. Because I join it when I get off work.
Okay, that's probably why I ain't watched it, because I'm getting older now.
I know. I was like, Real probably coming over his weekly sermon on Wednesdays at 10 o'clock around this time.
Well, Wednesday, and part of the problem I'm saying is, Wednesday's my earliest morning because I leave a prayer call at 7, so I wake up real early on Wednesday morning. I go to bed. So, but I'm gonna make sure I catch the replay, if anything, if I can't see it live, because that's what I do with some of the other shows. He said, I'm not saying I want them back. I'm saying that I understand the difference. I understand exactly what you're saying. Like, you just think from a management standpoint that makes sense to them. I get it. My problem with it is a money thing. Because as I was talking about these respective podcasters, I just don't see people being excited about paying the PSLs that comes with season ticket, being a season ticket holder with the Falcons, and the actual season tickets. And I think many people have seen the handwriting on the wall in their eyes to say this thing needs to get over. And I don't know how you sell the 2026 season that consists of PSLs and Falcons tickets to a fan base that has already seen enough of Raheem the Dream. So unless they are saying, look, we're just going to be cool with the revenue share money that we get from the NFL, and we're not really anticipating season ticket sales and all that stuff, then I can see that. But if money is a factor and if money matters, I just can't see how you sell bringing Raheem Morris back after what Falcons fans have seen these past 2 seasons. Plus, he's not going to get the benefit of the doubt that Arthur Smith got to get 3 years because he got a much better roster coming in. And he was sold that he was going to take this roster that was put together and make them a playoff contender. And he hasn't done that in 2 seasons, and they've become worse with more talent. And part of the problem is his decision making, right? He bombed on the first defensive coordinator. He bombed on the offensive coordinator. His friendship would not let Zach go. He bombed on keeping Young Hoku around, right? And that cost him some games early on. And the problem with Raheem is clear. He likes subordinate coaches in the room. He wants to be the smartest coach in the room. And we all know he's not the smartest football coach in the world. So he needs smarter people to be in the room in order for him to be successful. But because of his arrogance and because of his ego, he won't let that happen. So he gets this B and C list coaches, except for his current defensive coordinator. And he kind of lucked up getting him because Ulbrich just needed a change of scenery.
Mm-hmm.
But this is how he rolls. And I just can't see Falcons fans saying, listen, I'm willing to punt another year of not being in the playoffs, and I'm going to fund them punting another year. I just don't see that happen.
Is he real? I can talk that stuff because it's not going to be my money they put. So I can say, yeah.
You ain't going to give it in the first place.
So take the 2020 because if Raheem come back, that's pretty much what they telling me is we tanking the 2026.
Yeah. And you must be saying you're looking for a quarterback in that 2027 draft.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you got to be saying. You're done with Penix.
Yeah.
You're punting 2026 so you can be in better draft position for 2027. And you're saying if that's the mindset, they're better off making that public.
Oh, yeah, because that's my mindset right now. My mindset is Falcons, be ready for 2027. Even if it's probably going to be a new GM. That's why I say we're probably going to clean house after next year. And that's why I say Falcons, just know who you got, know who we need to keep. Keep London, keep the 2 pass rushers, whatever offensive lineman you want to keep. But it ain't too many players on this team that I'm going to vouch for. And I'm just going to say, be ready for 2027. Red going to just be emotionless next year because I already know what's going to happen. If Raheem is on that sideline, I ain't listening to, I don't care what Uncle Steve and Big Country, whatever they telling the fans, y'all can sell this season until your heart content. Me and Rev will know that next season ain't going to be nothing but a wash. As long as that clown is on the sideline, Weston, I don't care what reasoning you're going to get the fans about why he's back. If that clown on the sideline, you can flush the 2026 season down the toilet, okay? Because it ain't happening. Nothing is going to happen. I just hope London and Bijan don't get frustrated enough to where they say, trade me and get me up out of here before 2027, because that's when I think change will finally happen.
All right, the VP said, let me get some of these comments. The jubilance that Mars played after that Thursday night football win last week should have been reason enough to boo him. The organization is a mess. Raheem is not the guy. That pains me to say it, and y'all know why. Bye-bye, Mars. And I'm right there. I hate to see the demise of a black man. Because you want to see them succeed in these jobs, but the dude is not competent. He got to go. Joe Black said, I'm just stressed because Rosina Anderson is reporting we're still interested in Bill.
Josina. You know Rosina.
Okay.
Doing everything she can to keep herself relevant, boy.
Jerome K said, Rev, you're using critical financial and customer thinking, while most of the Falcons fans are cool with buying new merch, tailgating, and being in Mercedes-Benz stadiums to have fun in a section.
I don't know how you having much fun while you losing, but
well, I think the problem is also this economy may mess that thing up too with healthcare and all that stuff. with healthcare premiums going up, I don't know if people are going to be just dishing out money all willy-nilly in these current times we live in.
Yeah, Arthur, just take it. Just take it, Arthur.
Winston said Blank just not going to have to eat next season financially wise. He said Blank just going to have to eat, next season financially wise, but our roster coming back healthy and performing like such during the season will even it out. Beginning of the season until we win is, he goes on to say, going to be light. Can't keep switching coaches every season, and think it's going to work out.
Don't worry, Winston. They ain't switching no coaches. They bringing that clown back. But like me and Ray said, we'll be tuned out until the right coach get here. We know Raheem, man.
He said, Joe Black said, what may save them is this is not a strong draft, and I'm not sure there's a must-have coach.
Yes, there is.
I see a coach that can help you. Mike McCarthy.
That can help.
Mike McCarthy.
Who you say, Ray?
Mike McCarthy.
Yeah. Anybody help the offense right now?
Listen, I want a coach that has done it everywhere he's gone. And Mike McCarthy won games. And see, the bar for me with the Falcons is getting back into the playoffs. That's the bar for me right now. Right. Let's stop fooling ourselves talking about championship. Like, get to the playoffs first. Then let's start talking about championship again. Because you got an 8-year drought.
Yeah, real.
Pittsburgh fans are complaining about Mike Tomlin. Falcons fans would love to be in the playoffs every year, at least, and have winning seasons. But with that being said, Mike McCarthy did it in Green Bay. He did it in Dallas. So, and since the system is toxic.
He did it in San Francisco when he was the offensive coordinator.
Right. So my thing is, McCarthy's even more appealing to me as I'm talking because he won in Dallas in a toxic system.
Oh, God.
With the owner.
Yeah.
And won games, right?
Right.
So if he's already shown he can function in a toxic system, why not go after him? Because you can't afford to punt on next year, especially if Michael Penix comes back with any amount of time in 2026. You need him to be functional because you need to know if you're going to give him an extra year as the quarterback. You don't want 2027 to be the year you determine if you're going to give him a 5th year or not, or an extension. You need some more proof because he hasn't given you enough information to know about his future. Ray, you about to say something right quick?
Mike McCarthy, 3 seasons. He was in Dallas 5 seasons. 3 of them. 3 straight 12-win seasons. 12-5, 12-5, 12-5, 2 division championships.
I'll take him. Him right now.
Like what you said, like what he had, working with what he had, that bad defense, and Jerry Jones talks every week, pretty much ripping your balls away from you every week, but you still got that team to 12 wins, 3 straight seasons. Oh, yeah.
Give me Mike McCarthy right now.
Because he gives results, and we know he's a coach that actually works on Sundays instead of Raheem, who doesn't work on Sunday. He just sits back and watches his coaches work. No, I want a coach that actually works on Sunday. Mike McCarthy will be actually working and calling plays on Sunday. He'll let Jeff Olbrich do his thing. So I was out in Mike McCarthy at first, but I'm with you on Mike McCarthy now.
Because you're getting 2 for 1. You're getting a competent head coach, and you know you're going to have a good offense.
Yeah.
And if you put McCarthy with Jeff, you got a good combo now.
Yeah. If you want to do it, Falcons better be looking at.
Winston said at Red, that's where the disconnect we've been having the past couple of weeks is coming from. You keep putting it like I want Nan to come back when I don't. I just see the tea leaves. Simple to see. I got you.
Oh no, Winston. We know where you coming from. I told you the other night I got where you coming from after you explained yourself. I know exactly where you coming from now. Got you, buddy.
All right. Joe Black said, Joe Cena autocorrect got me. He didn't want to get clown. I got you, man. Joe Black said, but we will have new uniforms. That's where Blank's money's coming from. Sharon Moore just entered the chat. The BB said,
Crying. You take his crybaby stuff somewhere else. You lucky I wasn't on last week.
DoorDash has declined on the victory. Joe Black said, I didn't say there are coaches that can't help, but there is Ben Johnson this year. Now, give me Mike McCarthy. We don't need no more coordinators. We don't need nobody who's not proven. You need a proven coach. You have gone the coordinator route too many times. You did it with a guy who's now at Washington. What's his name? Who took us to the Super Bowl?
Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn. You did it with Mike Smith. You did it with Arthur Smith. You're doing it right. No, you need a proven commodity. Forget all these coordinators. Even McCarthy can see straight enough.
You out on Clint Kubiak, real, ain't you?
Oh, yeah, man. I don't want no more. No. Because, again, you're dealing with a dysfunctional culture, a dysfunctional system at the head. So you need somebody seasoned enough who can work around the challenges that come with this. And Mike McCarthy has been in a major toxic situation. There's no other situation that's more toxic than Dallas.
I got you. He can. What you're saying is he'll be able to handle the craziness from Rich.
If he handled Jerry Jones, Arthur Blank, and Rich McKay are light work for him.
Right. Good point. That's a good point.
Come on now. Let's do it. Even McCarthy can see straight enough to make this Falcon experiment a seemingly success. I agree.
You've had him before, Vince, so you know him.
Blank is the East Coast Jerry Jones with
he ain't got no championships.
With less vibrato. Joe Black said we should have taken Vrabel when we had a chance. Yeah.
Vrabel was always going back to New England. That's where he wanted to be.
Well, they had him the year before because Vrabel sat out last year. So they had a chance.
Yeah.
When they chose Raheem.
Yeah, that's true.
Wednesday said exactly, Rev. We have to find out what we have in Penix. People talking about trading or drafting a QB this offseason, which is crazy. No team is going to punt a top 10 pick after season is malpractice. Jerome says, Red, you are incorrect. Raheem works every Sunday, working to protect those.
That
was a good one,
around, boy.
All right, gentlemen. I got to get out of here soon, so I got to make this pick thing quick. We got to get into these picks because I got to get up the road to cover a game here locally.
Okay, let's go. We ready?
All right, y'all ready, man? Let me go ahead and pick the music. Reverend Nation, make your picks. We're going to put them all down. I'm going to go through them all at the end because we got to go through this real quick. All right? So you put your picks, and I'm coming back to them once we finish them all. And there's quite a few picks. All right, let me put this music on, and then we'll go picking. Here we go. All right, let me get these comments real quick. The VP said off the blanket, trying to run the team like Home Depot. Our doers get more done. They're taking your money with no customer service report. Wynn said Vrabel interviewed with us in the same cycle as Rob Belichick. Yep, for sure. Let's do it, man. There's a game going on today, and the NFL just trying to debo everybody, man.
Oh, Lord.
Trying to debo the NFL playoff. That's why I'm glad their Christmas matchup sucks because they trying to be bullies. Because they can't get nothing out of that Kansas City-Denver matchup. That's going to be trash. And if the highlight is Minnesota and Detroit, you know it's trashy on Christmas. So everybody watch basketball, the basketball matchups on Christmas. NFL trying to bully everybody. Let the college have their time, man. But anyway, there's a game today. Eagles versus the Commanders.
2 games there.
Oh, 2 games. Packers versus Bears too, right? Yeah, my bad. All right. Eagles versus Commanders. And that's why they got, because the NFL trying to bully everybody, that's why the college football playoff got the best game at 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't want to go up against the NFL. That NFL needs to stop this, man. That kingdom is going to come on down one day. But here it is. Eagles versus a Jaden Daniel-less Commanders team. Red, who you got, man?
The Eagles still win the game, but I'm hoping Mark and Mariota put up a fight and hopefully can pull off an upset. But I expect the Eagles to win. I was trying to get the Cowboys a puncher's chance, but they just keep losing games. They need to win, so the Eagles probably gonna win in default anyway. But they'll lose in the playoffs though. But the Eagles will win.
Coach, who you got? Eagles Commanders.
Eagles, no problem.
Gotcha. And the Eagles, man, they better thank God that Christmas came early in the form of the Las Vegas Raiders and
Right.
a commanderless Jaden Daniels. That saved them, and it might give them momentum into the playoffs because you get a rhythm when you playing trash and you get confidence. So we'll see. Next game, Coach. Packers team without Micah Parsons versus the Bears. Who you got, Coach?
Well, the Bears don't have Roma Dunze or Luther Burton at wide out, so they kind of limited. So they can triple team DJ Moore and see what happens. I'm going to go with the Packers.
So you said the Packers going into Chicago to beat the Bears.
Yeah, Bears have no wide outs.
All right. Red, you going with Coach's comment?
No, I'm not. I'm going with the Bears. The Bears, they don't need no wide out. When you got the DeAndre Swift and that young kid running the rock like they've been running the past few weeks, and now you take Michael Parsons away from that defense, you better believe Ben Johnson gonna get his boys to rock today. And whatever receivers they got, don't matter. They will define them. They just need to make a few throws and get a rock to DeAndre Swift and that other young kid. I tell you, the Eagle Eye, whatever his name is, the guy that Rev had to beat me in fantasy with one day. But anyway, that kid right there. Like I say, I'm taking the Bears all the way to Chicago too, and they own one. And I think Ben Johnson finally will beat David LaFleur like he's been wanting to. You ain't gonna beat him twice a year, but you'll beat him tonight.
Back at you, Red. The Jets playing a hot Saints team. Who you got, Red?
I can't believe I'm saying this. I got the Saints.
Yeah.
Saints have been on the heater lately. This young guy, Tyler, whatever his name is, seems to be finally flourishing. Yeah, Tyler seems to be flourishing, and the young coach, the coach from Philadelphia last year, his system, I forgot his name.
Moore.
Yeah.
Moore.
What's the name, Real?
Moore.
Yeah, Kellen Moore. Thank you. Yeah, flourishing in Kellen Moore's system right now. So Tyler Hugh and Kellen Moore seem to be a nice combination right now. Now giving us Falcons something to worry about. Another worry we got to worry about now because the Saints are coming up. And the Jets are going down. Aaron Glenn, I told you, Real, a week, 2 weeks ago, you might be one and done. You fired Steve Wilkes after you wanted to hire him so bad and you end up firing him before the season is over with. You benched Justin Fields after you gave him all that money. Yeah, Aaron Glenn, I would not be surprised if you won and done in New York. Thanks, man.
Coach, Jets first Saints. Who you got?
Saints.
Any reason why?
So we trying to move past Saints.
Good point.
You got to still give a little commentary, Coach. Just a little.
Tyler Shupp is playing way better than any quarterback the Jets have. So I think and Olave is still trying to make a good finish. So I think they'll win that game.
Back at you, Coach. Vikings versus the Giants.
Oh, gosh. Jackson Dart made over 700 yards on the Vikings. I'm going to go with the Giants.
I don't know, Coach. The Vikings defense stepped up just last week now.
Last week.
Red, who you got, man?
Like you said, Real, the Vikings defense, Brian Flores had a pretty good game playing for last week. I'm pretty sure he'll have a good game playing for Jackson. I'm going to run my career to the ground. Dark. So, yeah, I'm taking the Vikings. This should be a good J.J. McCarthy win. Kevin O'Connell seems to be figuring out with the kid. You got to get Justin Jefferson some more touches now. Real, that may not be a move KC needs to think about bringing Jefferson to KC. I know you poo-pooed it earlier. You need to start thinking about it again. Justin Jefferson in KC. Because I don't know how much longer he's going to last in Minnesota with his quarterback situation. But they good enough to beat the Giants this week.
All right, right back at you. Chiefs versus Titans. No Patrick Mahomes.
Well, yeah, no Patrick Mahomes. What do the Titans have on the other side? They ain't got no quarterback, no team, no defense, no offense, no anything. I think Donald, what's his name? I think
Minshew will start for that.
Minshew. I think Gardner Minshew will be enough to get the Titans, beat the Titans. Like I say,
Rashee Rice is not playing.
Rice not playing. Man, well, the Chiefs will win by a field goal. It'll be a competitive game to the end, and Minshew will make one more play at the end to get a field goal win by the Chiefs. It's not going to be an exciting game to watch. But the Chiefs will win.
Chiefs versus Titans.
The Chiefs could have Steve DeBerg at quarterback, and they'll still beat the Titans.
Back at you, man. Bengals versus Dolphins.
Dolphins in free fall. Quinn Ewers is starting. Bengals.
You can tell the Bengals are no threat to the Steelers. He made that too quick.
Joe Burrow.
You saw how quickly he made that pick. You can tell the Bengals are no threat to the Steelers.
Joe Burrow.
Well, he said that quickly. Red, who you got, man? Bengals versus Dolphins.
He come out the Dolphins are free falling. The Bengals seem to be free falling too, but it's depressing Joe Burrow seen you lately. I don't know where they at in Miami. I think I might take the Dolphins and do.
All right, let's see. The Commanders going to upset. The Eagles said Winston. BP said Eagles big in this one. Jerome K said Eagles over Commanders. Joe Black got the Eagles. Winston said the Bears are going to win this game, man, over the Packers. BP said Packers in this one. Jerome got Packers over nail polish and friends. That's pretty good. Winston Thornton got the Saints. The VP got the Saints over the Jets. Joe Black got the Bears over the Packers. Joe Black, he just hates the Saints. That's why he got the Jets. I got it. Just can't root for the Saints or pick them. Winston Thornton got the Giants over the Vikings. Jerome got the Saints. VP says Vikings over Giants. Jerome says Vikings. Joe Black says Giants. Winston says Titans upset the Chiefs. I don't know how much of an upset that is these days, but I got you. The VP got the Chiefs. Minshew. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Gesundheit, Rev. Gesundheit. When you say when somebody sneeze, and they say Gesundheit.
Okay. Thanks, man. Y'all helped me today. Very close one. Jerome K says Chiefs win by showing up. Winston said, no, I got the Bengals over the Dolphins. Joe Black said Bengals over Dolphins. Jerome K says Bengals over Spiraling Dolphins. The VP says, nah, I'm going to rock with Maurice Thrower's Dolphins.
Yeah, Bengals are spiraling.
Just one quick thing, Mr. VP, you ain't been watching the TV. Tua's been benched.
Oh, my God. He say Tua tired. Yeah.
Tua's I don't know if you were trying to be funny or not, but Tua's not going to be out there. All right, here we go. Let's get back to you, Red. Bills versus Browns. Who you got?
It should do it already. Showed us a little something. Showed us that he deserves a chance next year, at least coming into camp. But Buffalo, they playing for something more. They playing for a division, and they playing for a playoff run. And they still got something to play for. And they can't be messing around with the Browns. I'm going with the Bills.
All right, Rick, Coach. Bills versus Browns.
Josh Allen's on a roll. Browns gonna lose.
Yeah, and it was amazing what Josh Allen did last week against the Patriots.
Yeah.
What? I mean, that dude. Real, you talking about flowers? We're going to have to get this guy his flowers eventually, man. This guy.
He just got to win a championship before we get too excited. He got to win a championship.
Well, yeah, you're right.
Coach, who you got? And they got a chance. This is the year for Lamar and Josh Allen to break through. since Mahomes is gone. Coach, Raiders versus Texans.
No, poor Geno Smith. He's gonna be running for his life again.
Oh, for sure.
Not
That defensive
Texans.
line.
Texans, easy.
Red Texans.
Of course, and that may be the reason that some of these AFC teams don't make it because the Texans are going to be that team, Rev. That defense, they're going to be the team that everybody's trying to avoid because you talking about upset. If there's any team that can upset and make their way out the AFC, and I'm talking about even over the Broncos.
Yeah. Good take on that one. Red, back on you. Chargers versus the Cowboys.
Lord, I tell you, the Chargers, I just don't get the Chargers. How are they winning games? I swear they get a player hurt every week. A big player go down. They just hanging around in these games, and they just pull it out in the end, man. But Cowboys, they're going to have to put up some points maybe this week. I don't know if Cowboys still playing. I know they playoff lives pretty much down to nothing right now, so it'll be a good one, but Ray, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take the Chargers because Cowboys they pretty much done and their defense they'll let the Chargers put up I don't know how many points. So their defense food they still got a bad defense. So that'll be enough for Justin Herbert to make a few plays and get the game.
Coach, Chargers versus Cowboys.
Chargers, the George Pickens fan club is shut down right now because Pickens not getting the ball. So yeah, the Chargers gonna go on here and beat the Cowboys.
Back at you, Coach. Buccaneers versus Panthers.
Ooh.
That's game of the week right there.
Buccaneers. I still think they can pull it out.
Any reason why?
Baker Mayfield. He got all his wideouts back, so I think he's ready to see if he can pull it the division on out.
Ray, who you got, man? Bucks, Panthers.
I got to ride with the Panthers and listen. They at home. Let one get away last week. It's like, look, this is it, man. Do or die. Now or never. We got them at home now. We win, we in. Possibly. We don't, we done it. Possibly. This is it, Panthers. You got to show us what you're working with. I'm taking Carolina.
All right, we got the Jaguars versus the Broncos. Who you got, Red?
Woo. It's on me, Real?
Yep.
Oh, man. Denver playing such good ball right now, Real. But the thing about the Broncos, Real, they're always hanging around. They always get these 1-point victories, man. There's always something to have with other teams. Let the Broncos escape in the end, or maybe they make a play or two in the end. But now you got to play this whole game, Broncos. Jags ain't no joke, man. Where did they come from? I thought we was right Trevor. I thought we had buried Trevor Lawrence, and now they look up. They are 10-4, about to get their 11th win in Denver because I'm taking the upset. I'm saying this is it. Akeem Talib, you didn't want your Broncos going in the playoffs with all these wins consecutively. Okay, buddy, you get your wish now because they're gonna lose to the Jags on the way to the playoffs. Jags gonna get them, Real. I believe. I think Sunshine is hot right now. Liam Cohen got that team balling right now. The addition of Jacoby Myers got that offense on the mountain right now. I think Sunshine going to Denver and pull this upset off, baby. Let's go, Sunshine. Finally playing like I thought you would play.
Coach, you got the Jaguars over the Broncos or what?
Broncos gonna win. It's gonna be cloudy in Denver. Ain't no sunshine in there. We're gonna lose that game.
All right, let me go to the Revenite Nation right quick. Progressives is time. I got you. Winston said Bills over Browns. Jerome said Bills over Shador haters. Lexus Hill said Bills. VP said Bills. Shador play smart football, kid. I'll be rooting for you. But not be sabotage. Check your wristband during pregame. Alexis Hill got the Texans. Winston got the Texans. BP got the Texans running wild on this one. Winston says you got the Chargers winning. Joe Black said I need the Texans to lose. Go Raiders. Come on now, Joe. Joe Black said, I got the Cowboys over the Chargers. Jerome K said, Texans. Gino needs to call 1-800-HURT now. The VP said, Chargers and Herbert's one leg will take the Cowgirls down. Jerome K's got Chargers over D-Boys. Alexis Hill got the Panthers over the Bucks. Joe Black must like the Panthers better than he does the Bucks, so they got the Panthers. The VP said Panthers. Bryce Young, them boys trying to stake a claim. Jerome K said, "No, I got the Bucks. That's BUCS, not like the Milwaukee Bucks." Baker needs this for MVP talk. Alexis Hill said, "Nah, I got the Broncos winning, Red. Stop all that foolishness with the Jaguars." Winston said, "Bucks, Panthers going to crumble down the stretch." Winston said, "Broncos over Jags." Joe Black said, "You know, if you don't know now, you know Duval County. You got the Jags."
I was talking about, Joe.
The VP said Miami's number 10 almost had a punt return for TD. Turf Monster got him, by the way, to score 0-0, 5 minutes left in the half. Back to the NFL. Jags take this one. Thanks for
VP.
Mr. VP. Joe Black said the Jags have the number 1 run defense in the league. Winston says Jags traded for Myers was the most underrated move during the trade deadline. He's unlocked Lawrence. That's a good point. Jerome K said Jaguars are balling. Lawrence is looking like a Pro Bowl player with a real coach. VP said Joe Black must have a parlay.
You ain't lying.
Raiders pick over the Texans. Joe Black said, "If I can't but my emotions with my home team, I'm riding with my currency." That's Jacksonville.
Oh.
All right, let's finish it up, gentlemen. We've got 4 more games. Man, Patriots versus Ravens. This is going to be an important game for me in fantasy because I'm playing for the semis in the league, fantasy league. So my opponent got
real with a bragging and stuff.
Hey, man, I'm always in the mix. I don't win the champ. I'm like what Coach was talking about Oregon. I'm always in the mix. I won 1 championship at least. I'm in the mix, but I come up short,
Man, I went from 6-2 in the league. I lost 5 straight weeks, man.
My. Look like the foul.
Me bitching Shador. That killed my win over Coach. I can't believe Shador put up 60 points, man. 60 fantasy points, and I think no.
Yeah. All right, let's go back to reality, Red. I know you sobbing on fantasy, but let's go back to reality. Who you got, Patriots versus Ravens?
I got the Patriots, man. They took a bad loss last week. They're gonna bounce back. I ain't been messing with the Ravens all year long. He ain't consistent. Yeah, still 1 week you think they figured it out, then they come back and lay an egg like they're gonna do Sunday against the Patriots, New England.
Watch this, Coach. Tell us why the Patriots gonna win.
Because I don't want the Ravens to win nothing. They too close. They right there.
That's the point I wanted him to make right there. That's the point I wanted him to make right there.
Like that honesty, Coach. Like that.
That's the exact point. All right, Coach, back on you. 49ers versus Colts. This is going to be an important game for me because I got Jonathan Taylor and Brock. What's his name? The quarterback. Brock Purdy, my quarterback. I'm gonna play him over CJ Stroud.
Hey, real. I don't know. CJ may have a field day against the Raiders.
Yeah.
No. Let me not make change your mind, real. You keep it how you have it.
I think I like the fact that I like to see how many points I'm down and have a chance to win. Like, I think it's just a mental thing on this one. Because Purdy plays on Monday, CJ plays Sunday afternoon. And I like to see what I got. You know what I'm saying?
Like they had that one more player left.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Like an ace in the hole. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah. Go ahead, Coach. Who you got, man? 49ers versus Colts.
Have you ever heard of the thing, a flare for the gold? This is going to be a flare for the old. 49ers going to win.
Yeah, no Daniel Jones. Who you got, Red?
Yeah, I would love to see Phillip Rivers pull off a massive upset at home, especially on Monday Night Football. But I just know Robert Saleh, he's too good a defensive coordinator. Let this old guy come in and just embarrass his defense like this. So I'm just gonna take the 49ers by default. But I would love to see Phillip Rivers get a victory on Monday night. I will come on, Phillip Rivers, for the upset and shocker.
All right, back to you, Red. Coach's Steelers versus not yours, but Steelers versus my daughter's Lions.
Uh-oh.
She loves the Lions.
She don't hop on the bandwagon.
Man, they made her a football fan, so I'm all for it. Like she would never
Man,
watch
okay,
football.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
now,
got the Detroit Lions.
she was here for Thanksgiving, and I mean, we had to put a TV while we were eating Thanksgiving Day dinner because her Lions were playing the 12 o'clock game.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, she turned into a diehard sports fan. I like that.
I love it.
Okay. Well, let's see. Coach's Steelers versus Michelle's Lions. Man, this is another good game right here, man. Hey, let's see where they are today. Are they in? Yeah, they in Detroit. And really, I kind of want the Steelers to win so they can go and take their division away. They were just beating up on Mike Tomlin. And if he can go ahead and clinch this division, but the Lions, man, they got too much to play for. God, both teams got a lot to play for. Coach, I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna take the Lions because they at home. I know your team. They'll have a chance to defeat the Ravens, and I think the Steelers gonna win that division no matter what happens anyway. So I'm gonna take Detroit to get this one because they need this a little bit more. They lose this one, they pretty much out, and they at home too. So I'm gonna take Detroit to get this one. And I figure Pittsburgh will bounce back next week or so. But right now, I'm gonna take Detroit, Real. I'm going with Detroit. But they just need this one a little bit more. It's playoff lives on the line. They got to have it.
Yeah, their playoff hopes are becoming slim by the week rather. Coach, who you got, man? Tell us what. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase my question. Tell us why the Steelers are going to win. I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
The Lions going to win.
Why?
What?
It gives. You're looking at one of the best running backs against one of the teams that are in the bottom 5 of run defense. And Jameer Gibbs at home on that turf, he could turn loose. And you got T.J. Watt out, you got Nick Herbig out, you got James Pierre out on the defense. That's going to be hard to overcome for the Steelers.
I'm waiting for the psych or something.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, this is a game we need, but it's going to be very difficult with that kind of those guys out and that kind of running back coming at them like that. But
there it is. I know it. Come on, man.
We still got Aaron Rodgers who seems to be getting better as we get close to the playoffs. And Detroit, their pass defense is not as strong anymore. And the Steelers have gotten wide receivers to come in. Then those tight ends, nobody want to hit Daniel Washington. Nobody want to hit him. So, and obviously got to show some different looks like he did against, it's Miami. He still got to show some different looks. I give the Steelers by a field goal.
All right, we finally got back to where we were.
Real. I
was about to get on a plane to Atlanta to rush you to the hospital. That's what I was about to do.
Real, I thought he was going to take the Lions because I thought he was going to actually take the Lions because I looked at who they played the next 2 games. Coach probably saying, even if my Steelers lose to the Lions, we'll beat up on Cleveland next week, and we'll beat up on the Ravens in our house on the last game. So he still would have felt. I know you won't, because you think they're going to clinch it this week. That's what I'm saying. It ain't going to have to come to that, but you would have felt good, even if y'all lost. You would have felt good next week going into Cleveland, and you sure would have felt good with the Ravens coming to your house for the season finale. So, Rev, you would have. What would you say, Coach?
They do come to Pittsburgh.
I know that's what I'm saying. So you would have felt good even if the Steelers lost to the Lions. You would have felt like we still sitting pretty, right?
Yeah, I don't feel bad if we lose. It's gonna make it tougher, but because I don't trust Cleveland because Miles Garrett has something. He want to put Aaron Rodgers on the graveyard, so I don't trust him. So we got to win these next two, and then the last game against Baltimore should mean absolutely nothing.
All right,
When is
let's.
a Steelers versus Baltimore game gonna be nothing now?
I'll let y'all talk about this at the end of the show. I got to get ready to end this show. So let's
Oh.
get this last one. Falcons versus Cardinals. Coach, who you got, man?
Falcons, Cardinals in free fall, and Kyler Murray leaving.
Brad?
I'm with the Falcons, unfortunately. They should be good enough to beat the Cardinals. We got Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins should be good enough to beat the Colts. As long as Raheem stay out the way, they should win. Don't do nothing stupid, Raheem, but that's a big if, man.
All right, Joe Black is in his feelings, positively talking about his Jacksonville Jaguars doing this winning without Hunter. The VP got the Pats over the Ravens in a close one. Winston got the Patriots. Joe Black got the Patriots. Alexis said, no, stop that. Ravens by 3. And they still in the playoff hunt. Jerome Case, the Jokers are out here looking like crackheads with the 5-leg parlay looking. Alexis got the 49ers over the Colts. The VP, bang, bang, Niners gang. He got his team over the Ravens. The Colts. Winston got the 49ers over the Colts. Jerome says, I got the Patriots over the Ravens. Winston said, I'm starting Stroud this week over Baker. I have Baker Mayfield. I dropped him because Baker's hurt. He's playing through injury. So that's how I got.
Winston not going to win anyway.
Jerome Case got the 49ers over the Colts. Should have called Cam. Nah, man, let Cam needs to just start his media career and call it quits.
Right, exactly. Get the man and leave him alone.
Yeah. Joe Black got the Steelers over the Lions. The VP said, Reverend Doctor, like a true father, you should pull those lions off to the side and tell them not to break your baby girl's heart. Wow. Alexa got the Lions. The VP said, I'm taking the steel draperies in this one. Winston got the Lions over the Steelers. Jerome K said Lions for the win. Tomlin, come on down to the Falcons. Your girlfriend is playing in your face. Disrespectful. Winston says Falcons beat up on the Cards. Lexio got Falcons. Doesn't matter.
Not really.
Wow. Joe Black says Falcons 31-14. Jerome says Falcons in the timeout king.
Timeout king.
The VP said Falcons kind of maybe 2 of the most awful birds in the league. Wow. And Winston said I would have won if I was woke to had actually drafted my team. Wow.
Yeah, give me that. How long was the draft? We talking about all the way back in the draft in September. That's what he's talking about.
Well, that matters though, Red. That does matter. It does matter. That does matter. Because like if you don't draft your team and if you do auto draft, then it's like you're trying to shape your roster the best that you can all season long.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. I'll be right there ready for our fantasy league, Rev. And I swear, you and Coach and all the other top guys just take all the best. When do I need to pick? Let me pick first for a change. I swear, y'all take my guys all the time. Why you even get to them?
Who cares? I ain't picking no wide receivers next year. All running backs. That's all I'm getting. All my wide receivers. All of them.
Let's Red, jump at this, man. Who has the right to do what, when, where, how? What you got?
Okay, let's see. Braves. I give y'all a shout out. We ain't talked about the Braves in a while. Braves, you got to shout out to keep spending some money, but try not to steal. Y'all still being a little cheap. I don't know about this 1 year, $20 million deal with the shortstop. I mean, Lord, you can give him a multiple year deal. If he get hurt, where we gonna be at now? We'll be back looking for a shortstop. But anyway, I like some of the moves you're making, Alex, but just you have the right to open up the purse a little bit wider. You can open up a little bit. We got money now. We making money with all the fans coming to the game. So Braves, you got the right to keep improving the team, but the
open up the purse a little bit wider. Now you got to remember we competing with the Dodgers and the Padres and the Phillies, and they pocketbooks are open wide. So if you want to compete with the big teams, you got to open up that pocketbook a little bit wider, Alex. Boy, that Mercy real. We need a real owner. Tyler Perry, get out there and buy the Braves, man. I know your pocketbooks will be open fat. Boy, you probably say just spend what you want to. All them little cheap sorry moves I'm making, I can pay for it. No, just saying, but Braves, just keep getting better because we got to make another run this year. So you have the right, Alex, to keep improving the Braves as best you can. Lord have mercy. Boy, we need a we need a no limit pocketbook when it comes to these Braves, like all these other teams have.
Yeah. One quick note on what you said, Red. There are pundits, baseball pundits, who said the Braves didn't offer multi-year to the shortstop. What's his name?
Kim.
Huh? Kim.
Kim.
Yeah, okay. That's the short way of saying his name. Kim, yeah, because they're believing that the 2027 year might be a wash because it's going to be a lockout.
Oh, wow. Another lockout for baseball?
Yep.
Thought you guys, well, they ain't going to get, the players not going to agree no salary cap. Well, that's what y'all trying to do. You can forget that. So you better come up with another way. They trying to, don't they do revenue share and somewhat?
Yeah, but I think the owners now want to move toward more of a salary cap, and the baseball players, they've been fighting against that forever.
I know. And the Dodgers doing it. It's the Dodgers' fault, man.
Well, I think the other owners are going to probably lock in because, like, if the Dodgers every year can just purchase the best players available, you're not going to have much of competition to really who can win the World Series. And I think the way the NBA has shifted it with the two tacks, what's it called? The second apron. The second apron, yes. The second apron, that has balanced the league because we still are in a place with the NBA. Even Oklahoma City is probably the favorite. Nobody's saying they're going to run away with it, right? And we know that football is like that, Like, think about it. The Chiefs and the Eagles were in the Super Bowl last year. It's most likely neither one of them are going to win the championship this year. So I think that's what some of the owners.
Other teams had chances. Just because the Eagles and Chiefs are there perennially, anyway, they're there often. Other teams have had chances to win. So it's just not like they just dominate.
It's not because people thought the Bills would take down the Chiefs in the AFC playoffs. They thought the Ravens would. So it's not a foregone conclusion at the end of the day. And I think that's what baseball needs to go. All right, Coach, who has the right to do what, when, where, how?
Kevin Durant, you had the right to, take a shower. You telling everybody you don't shower every day. You don't comb your hair. Why? Hey, you got people you got to be around, KD, and they don't want to smell the KD funk every day. So just take a shower every day or do a wash up or something. Don't tell everybody you don't take a shower every day.
All right, Coach, man. I
If it was any athlete that needed a girlfriend more than Kevin Durant right now, because, man, he just saying do some stuff that just like, dude, what are you talking about, man? Somebody would stop him from saying some of this stuff, man.
Let me finish this by saying, NFL, you have the right to stop being a bully, man. Stop bullying the schedule. Like, man, give other sports an opportunity. Like, you should not be putting your football up against the NFL, the college playoff. You got plenty of time on Sunday. You got Monday. Add more multiple games on Monday. Also on Christmas. You basically hijacking the NBA. That used to be the NBA's day. So you're being a bully, and eventually when you bully people or bully organizations, you're going to come down at some point, man. You already have a major machine. Let some other sports enjoy some prime time. All right? Real quickly, before we go, the VP said Tyler Perry would replace the Falcon helmets with those awful hair pieces he uses in movies and TV shows. He also said the Aggies, the Canes and Aggies, you have the right to keep the viewership from taking a big yawn. Still 0-0 with 10 seconds left before halftime. It's officially halftime. It is 0-0. Let's see. Winston said Braves currently ranked number 5 in calls for current roster going into 2026, one higher than the Yankees. Y'all spending is not spending in comparison to the Dodgers. That's the point. That's a whole nother level of spending right there. VP said the new and improved Sassy Falcons, oiled up and juiced, a Tyler Perry Studios production.
Oiled up and juiced.
The VP said George Steinbrenner just pulled a Lazarus and entered the chat. Spend big or go home. The Dodgers understand the assignments. Get your money up. Facts. Jerome K said, Bud Crawford, you have the right to leave boxing, never return, and live your amazing life at 42-0 without CTE. Salute. The VP said Kevin Durant has to be giving us the biggest FU with this stanky peasy head claims. Joe Black said, Jags, you have the right to win the NFC South. The VP said, it's official, Miami, Texas AM 0-0 halftime, shaking my head. And Joe Black said, Rev, the playoff game today is looking weak. Yeah, it is.
Is that weak? Jerome K style weak? You see how you spelled it?
Put that A in there, Joe Black. Put that A, that the second E gotta go. Put that A right there. Oh man,
Case rubbing off on everybody, man.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Good catch, Red. All right, we're out of here, man. Thanks everybody for tuning in to the 3-hour episode of the Red and Red Sports Show. It's good to have all the guys back in. Coach, I'm sorry, wrong one. Coach, thanks so much for holding it down with Hope. Hope, thanks for stepping in when I couldn't be there. Also, when Red couldn't be there. VP said, dang, Jerome Case must be advising Joe in purgatory.
Oh my God, we all had a good show today, boy. Appreciate you, Red Man Crew, for keeping
Joe
us
Black said
on.
autocorrect is undefeated. He said, I'll take it. Jerome K said, man, y'all are awful. And Winston said, great show, fellas. I appreciate it. The music is buffering right now. I don't know what's going on. Why the main music we go off is not. There we go. All right, thank you. Everybody, thanks so
for all
much.
the support, man. Appreciate you, Winston, for all your support that you give us in the eye test. Much love, brother. You too, big.
Go away, VP.
We appreciate it, man. Thank y'all, everybody, for showing.
All that.
For your love, Reverend Nation. Y'all were awesome. Thank y'all for being with us all 3 hours. We appreciate it. I very much appreciate it. Red, glad to have you back. Again, Coach, thanks for holding things down while Red and I have been out for various reasons. Peace and love, everybody. Same Facebook page, same YouTube channel, same time, 10:30 next week on the Red and Red Sports Show. Peace and love, everybody. We're out of here.
Hey.